Cabo did not disappoint. I'll have to tell you about it off air. But
glad you made it back alive.
Do you have any kids?
I know, me too, honestly.
But
no.
did you die?
Dude,
Did you die, though?
I'm like 98% sure that the house we were staying in was owned by the cartel, which I'm totally fine with because
Safety first.
They're not going to shoot their own investment in the foot. Like we probably had eyes on us all the time. Like nothing bad's going to happen.
Yep.
So I was okay with it.
You're probably in a video spanking your monkey in the fucking shower, though.
No. I shared a room with another dude, so there was no opportunity for that. Anyways, we're live. Welcome back to the
We Got 5 on It
podcast.
We are back. Sorry for last week.
Duty
we
calls.
missed. We had a bachelor party. We had a wedding. We had a
work function.
We had a lot of things going on.
It's wedding season.
It's wedding season. We had a lot of stuff going on. Remember, if you can, tell a friend, tell everybody, follow us on the Instagram, get us on the podcast, wherever you listen to a podcast, go on there and listen to us. The best one is the one on the Apple because it comes on your phone and it's purple and you click on it and you put our name in and it's really easy.
Cam really loves that it's purple.
He is a big Prince guy.
Yes, I do. This week, unless you guys have anything else to jump in on with that.
Nope.
This week.
Actually, I do.
Okay.
Bring it.
Michigan football.
I was wondering how long it was going to take.
Michigan football.
Pathetic.
All-time low. I was kind of perusing the Michigan boards, I guess, if you will, the blog posts, and it made me so happy. They
want Harbaugh gone.
It ranged from Harbaugh's gone to we'll never beat Ohio State to we need to sign Urban Meyer. It might have been the best day of my life.
How upset would you be if Urban Meyer went there?
He will never go there. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
I wouldn't. He's going to SC.
Dude, he doesn't even say their name when he does the Fox morning broadcast. He doesn't say their name.
I like that.
I would have loved to see your face reading through that shit.
Oh.
You're like a kid on Christmas probably, right? Like you would have been. I could see it now.
My buddy sent me the greatest GIF ever because I was watching the game when it was 35-0, and I'm like, dude, I'm fully erect right now. Like I'm literally fully erect. And he sent me the GIF of forgetting Sarah Marshall with Jonah Hill next to whatever the guy's name is. He goes, I just went from 6 to midnight. That's how I felt the entire game. Michigan football, all-time low. You thought because Urban Meyer and Ohio State, or Urban Meyer left Ohio State, that it would get easier. It's not. If anything, Ohio State looks better than they do last year. Y'all in for a world of hurt. I know I'm putting myself on the block right now when we go in there and lose. Who cares? I'm going to ride this high. It's amazing.
Might as well ride it out right now.
I love it.
So this week we are going for. Let me give you the rundown of why we're doing this though. The Uncle Bob's drinking / golf team is in the Temecula Men's League Championship tomorrow. We're in the ship. We went to the ship. We did not take it very seriously all year. We just showed up at the end of the year. Let me give you the rundown. I would say about 3 weeks before playoffs started, we were in dead last place.
Yep.
We were in
18 teams.
18 teams, 16 teams make it. We were not going to make it.
Yep.
Then 3 weeks in a row, we go on a run. We make the playoffs. We win in the playoffs. We win in the playoffs. We win in the playoffs. Tomorrow's a ship. And we're probably going to win it all.
We are going to win it all.
So this week, we're going with a golf topic.
Love it.
Top 5, I guess, pet peeves on a golf course of who does them and why they do them and fuck them. So jumping right in, I'm batting lead off. My list is brought to you by lostgolfballs.com. You can go on there. You can get anywhere from 5A to 1A golf balls that are found by scuba divers.
Nice.
And the 5As are actually pretty good, and you get them for a fraction of the cost. I fortunately have a guy who gets me golf balls.
I know
so
that
I
guy.
have to buy that. Yeah. Number 5. This goes into it. Looking for a clearly lost golf ball. If you send it OB, you smack a house, you know it's gone, stop fucking acting like you're going to find it. And the same one with that guy is the found it guy.
I got it.
The guy that is driving his own cart, drives over and he goes, there it is. When you know it fucking was 3 houses deep into Sherry's skull. like through his front window.
R.I.P. Sherry.
Yeah.
He's got holes in his
Let that
pockets.
ball go. Stop acting like you found it. Number 4, the impossible shot guy, the guy that waits for the green to clear when he's 270 out because he's hit his 3-wood once on the driving range, 270, and he hit one time. He hit a 60-degree, 140 yards to 6 feet, and he just thinks he could do it every time. Stop it. Play your game. Stop doing that.
Slay up.
Number 3, slow play. Real big problem with slow play, especially when you're a bad player. I'll get more into it, but it irks me more when you're a bad player if you're playing slow.
Yeah.
Number 2, cheating and so-called can't keep score guys. Everybody can keep score of the 4 people they're playing with. It's pretty simple.
Pretty
when you
easy.
get up and you go, hey, what'd you get? When you know damn well they got a triple and they go, I got a 5. You're like, well, how about this? How about this? I've actually gotten a lot better about it lately. I just go, you know what? Fuck you. If you want to cheat your score.
Yep.
Go
Unless
ahead.
we're playing for money.
Yeah, do your money, yeah. Different story. And we'll get more into that. But number 1, the pouty pussy when you're playing bad guy. If you're playing bad, don't ruin everybody else's day. Don't fucking do it. And just play the game. There's a lot worse things you could be doing than out having fun with your friends.
Let's crack another beer.
That's it. Drink more.
It's pretty easy.
I'll tell my story about that with me when we get later, but I have a great story about that. Go ahead.
Can't wait.
All right, so I'm going to go second. My list is brought to you by TaylorMade Golf, best product on the market.
Yeah, buddy.
M5, M6, new drivers. Don't buy them yet because TaylorMade, from what I've heard, is coming out with some really good product on February 7th.
I don't know how you can get better than the M6.
That's what they said about the M4 and the M3.
I don't know.
And
This
the
is
Model
new level.
T.
This is new
I'm
level.
not going to tell you're going to hit the ball 20 yards further because you're not. However,
You're going to hit 30 yards further.
yes. So yeah, brought to you by TaylorMade Golf. TP5X golf balls, very comparable to the Pro V1s, if not
Better.
the same.
Better.
Or better. I appreciate that. So my number 5 is the golf course is not a playground. So stop dicking around, and I'm okay with having fun. I don't think you need to take it serious all the time, but if you're doing shit that is going to get me hurt or you're jacking up the golf course, you got a fucking problem. That's my number 5. 4, every shot guy. Now, this may not really pertain to being on the golf course. However, I think we all know a guy, when you ask, hey, man, how'd your round go? Well,
Instead of saying 85.
I shot 84. I had 3 birdies. Good enough for me. No. So number 1, a course you've never played. It's a dogleg right? So I'm trying to aim for a cut. I hit a little straight. I get behind a tree. So I kind of aim. My lie was kind of sitting down, so on and so forth for the next 18 holes until you literally want to commit suicide.
45 minutes later.
Yes, exactly.
I shot 93.
Yes.
It was a bad round.
Yes. Number 3, the overly optimistic guy. Oh, we'll find your ball. Oh, don't worry, man. You'll get the next one. Oh, it's all right. Oh, that just slipped out. It's okay. It's happened a couple times. After my 3rd lip out, I'm a little frustrated. So stop trying to calm me down and just let me play golf.
Just shut the fuck up.
Number 2, swing advice guy. All right, man. I am a very field type player. I don't need to understand how I'm hinging my wrists or my backside's coming in too quick. I felt it. I get it. I've done this a lot. I don't need to hear it, especially when I'm kicking your ass. I don't want to hear it. So don't give me.
That's a good kicker to that. Don't give me advice if you're fucking not beating me.
Yes.
Ever.
Or if you're not better than me.
Sometimes I do like to hear like a little, like, hey, you look a little quick. That's it though.
That's it.
That's it. That's the extent of it. Like,
I'm gonna say that every time I play golf with Cam now. Hey man, you look a little quick.
and that's my miss, and I understand it. Like I've played with Tybo before, and I go, hey man, if I get fast, just say, hey man, you're getting quick, and then I can. That's all I need. I don't need like a, hey, at the bottom you're doing this, and it's like, oh fuck, leave me alone.
And without getting too far into it, Cameron and I have played a lot together.
Yeah.
I know when I get quick, and I know I've gotten irritated at you before for saying.
I love it.
He goes, "You're a little quick." I'm like, "I know, I know, I felt it." Number one, cheaters, pencil pushers. Hey, I found my ball guy. You can lump them all into one. Those guys are the fucking worst, and I don't want to play with you.
Yeah.
And
I didn't throw into mine. I don't think I threw the lie improver.
yeah,
The lie improver is one of my biggest ones, but we can get into it later. But that's one of my. If you're in a fucking divot, you're in a divot. That's part of the fucking game. Like,
that's
sorry.
what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, cheaters. We all know who those guys are.
Yeah, get your handicap lower. Give me strokes, you fucking idiot.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then
I
they
shot 73. Cool, man. You got to give me 4 strokes next
Get
time
you
we
on the
play.
backside.
Yeah.
exactly. So that's my top 5.
Good list, fellas. I will. The caveat to my list is I am a much worse golfer than both of you. So I come at this with a little bit of a different perspective, but nonetheless, my list is brought to you by Platinum Tees. Never had the pleasure of their services, but there is a bachelor party coming up, and hey,
Yeah, man.
might be a time to
That might be the
execute
time.
those services.
Spend some money.
Anyways, all right. Number 5, people that are always on their phone.
That's such a great call. That is such a great call.
I think we'll cover some things where phones are appropriate, but
If you're a doctor,
look, if you're and I'm guilty of it, like where I gotta check my phone, but it's so like work purposes. But I make sure to just check it. There's guys that literally in between every shot they're on their phone. It's like, what's the point of being out here with your buddies,
We just had this conversation
being
about somebody.
outside?
yep.
I mean, golf's a great game, right? We love it, but at
It's
the end of the
5
day,
hours away from your phone.
yeah, and
That's
it's
the best part.
exactly, and it's the camaraderie and it's being outside and
Cross Creek, fucking
the
awesome.
best because there's
your
no
phone
service.
does not work up there.
I love
That's
it.
my favorite.
It's beautiful and
I agree.
it's awesome.
You got to
The
download
only thing
your
that sucks
playlist.
is I don't have
Facts.
Spotify or anything like that.
But you got to download the playlist,
That's the
man. You
thing.
could go in airplane mode, you'd be all right.
Yep.
That's just called preparation. In
Can't
my
afford-
world,
I can't afford that.
it's free, Cameron.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
You
Then.
just got to be on Wi-Fi, which is free in a lot of places.
You don't call it the Twitters.
Anyways, like I said, I'm a lot worse than you guys, so those are things that I think of. So I'll get the playlist covered. You go shoot a 72.
Okay.
All right. Number 4, guys that are more worried about the other guy's score than their own.
Okay.
Now, the only time that this changes is if there's significant money on the line. Then I understand it. But outside of that, I've always said that nothing good comes from questioning another man's golf score. If you're just out there playing, what's the point?
No money. No, you said money.
Yeah,
you gave that.
If,
yeah.
if there's and even if it's like a beer, it's
If-
not worth a headache.
No, but
if you have significant money on the line,
Let's
get back
get,
at-
yeah,
yeah.
we'll get into that.
if you have money on the line or anything of significance,
Yeah.
you hold that guy to the fire.
Yeah.
You're not going to cheat. You play the game the right way. But if a guy wants to go out there, and I have a friend like this, okay, and if they want to go out there and they want to card a 75, when in reality, if they finish things out, they play the game the right way, they're probably a mid-80s guy or high 80s guy.
those are my favorite people to play with.
Hey, more power to you, because those are guys.
No,
that
I mean if we're playing for money.
Yeah.
they
yeah.
just want to come to the bar. Yeah, exactly. Because it always catches up with them. If you want to come to the bar and say you shot in the 70s, I'm cool with that. I have no shame coming in here and saying, dude, I shot a 95, but I drank the whole time and was with my buddies. Like, nothing good comes of it because people just get pissed off unless there's something on the line. Totally agree with that. So there's that.
Got it.
Number 3, rules Nazis. Now, similar tone here. If there's one, I think the most important thing is rules need to be agreed upon before the round starts if there's anything on the line, because there's plenty of different games you can play. There's a lot of different rules as far as, pace of
Lateral,
play. Like in our
stuff like that.
Wednesday league, we play laterals, and I think, if you're trying to keep pace of play, it's a great rule. For guys that aren't as good, it's a great rule.
Oh, I think for the men's league, lateral is
The only way to
the
do
best way to play.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those rounds are always long. I have a real good story about that, which we'll get to. But just guys that take it a little too seriously from in that department. Like, I mean, I think we've all played with guys where, like, they'll literally, like, look at the tee box, and if you're a couple inches ahead, they call you out on it. Like, I don't even care if there's money on the line.
Oh,
Something
no,
like
see, I
that
don't,
is so nitpicky.
Yeah.
But
Just give
there's-
them shit for it and say, oh,
I like
dude, you
to,
want
I
to play
like,
from the
I
ladies'
like to
tee
do,
next time?
I like to do that when when like play far back, because I mean some shots you'd like to play further back from the
Further.
tee. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's definitely longer than my driver.
yeah.
Because
But
you can go back, you just can't go back so far.
Yep.
yeah. I just, I went to Catholic school growing up. I had enough rules. I don't need it out on the golf course. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's why I'm an atheist.
yeah.
Rules free.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Number 2, I agree with your number 1, Cam, the pouty guy. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care if there's $100 on the line. Like, does it really matter? Like, you're out here to have fun. Stop it. You're not that good. Like, nobody that we play with is that good to where, like, it's their livelihood. I mean, yeah, maybe you guys may, but not for me. Like,
Not me.
calm the fuck down. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I've played with guys that have ended rounds early because they're not
That's the
having enough
worst.
fun.
I think I've ever done that.
played with guys that just are turning into assholes. Like, you can't even talk to them. Like, I do not invite those guys to ever play with me again.
That's my problem, is when you ruin it for other people. You can be
So
as pouty
selfish.
as you want. You can fucking slam clubs. You can do whatever you want, but don't ruin it for me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take it.
can I do a Michelob, please? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if you
I got a little bit, yeah.
if you
Thank
want
you.
if you want to throw a club and you don't hit anyone or damage the golf course, and then you turn around and laugh about it, I'm all good with it. But
I have
if
a
you
great
are
story
if
about
you are
that.
there's a difference between getting upset and like angry at yourself and being pouty.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like I said, as long as you don't hurt anyone. I mean, I've seen people almost get hit with clubs, or you don't damage the golf course. Like, don't be that guy that
Well, also,
like.
if you're riding with somebody and you're just gonna be a little fuck, like
And just not say anything
half of the
ever.
fun about playing golf is bullshitting with your friend that you're riding with for
Yes.
That's
the 100,
90% of the
200
fun for
yards that
me.
you're driving up. You know, you fucking if you're just sitting there being a pouty little fuck, like get out of the cart.
Yeah.
Like,
You can
get,
walk.
Get out of the cart.
You'll
Yeah.
never be invited again
Yeah.
to another round of golf with me if you're that guy.
Yeah.
Because I can almost guarantee I have a worse score going than that guy. So I'm
And
like,
and
what do you have
also
to
I
complain
play
about?
worse when people do that shit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes me out of the game.
It's just
Go
it's
ahead.
just selfish. Okay, number 1 is guys not understanding the setting, and what I mean by this is, let me grab this beer real fast. Thank you, Missy.
Can I get one more? Sorry. Oh, I thought I told you I wanted one more. Did I not?
You said I have a little more.
Oh, my
That's it.
fault.
Verbatim.
Oh, my fault. I'm sorry.
I might be until you get right back here, and then I'm going to ask you for one. Yeah.
Sorry.
Cam's a slow play guy.
No, I thought I said yes, and then I said I have a little.
all
She
good.
wanted to take it, and I was like, I don't want to fucking talk about it. Do your number 1.
Cam's gonna be pouty the rest of the way.
Fucking piece of shit.
Okay, yeah, my number 1 is guys that do not understand the setting. What I mean
Thank
by
you,
this
Missy. Sorry.
is that, I think, to me, one of the beautiful things about golf is, this is a little bit of a double-edged sword, but the accessibility and the different levels that you can play
Handicaps.
the game on. Handicaps, different courses, different environments, different groups, different foursomes, different places. Like, there's a difference to me in a round of golf between going to the Colony, obviously, and playing PGA West. And you have to understand how to act, how to carry yourself, the type of fun that you can have. I'm all for rounds where you have, 3 less clubs in your bag because you had to fit 6 more beers. I'm all for that.
Yep.
But I'm also all for being at a place where you take your hat off in the clubhouse
Yep.
and you take exceptional care of the golf course. And
Tuck your shirt in.
Yeah, and
It's a big one.
so just that's kind of a life one. Just understanding your setting.
Yeah.
I love playing music when I golf, but there's certain places, out of respect, I will not.
Sunflower seeds. Some courses you don't spit sunflower.
Right.
Bear Creek. You go to Bear Creek, you spit sunflower seeds, they're gonna fucking come up to your cart and be like, "Give me your sunflower seeds."
Right.
Yeah.
Like they'll.
And there's just some people that, and you got to understand the people that you're with, the type of game that you are or are not playing. You got to feel out the environment and always be yourself, obviously, but there's dudes that just don't get that at all. And I
Yeah.
think that's one of the beautiful things about golf. And so, in a way, it's disrespectful to the game. But I think all three of us are guys where like we could go play a nice course. We could
Yeah.
go play Pebble Beach, and I wouldn't like none of us would worry about how we would carry ourselves.
Yeah.
Nope.
But we can also go to Temecue
And get fucked
and
up.
get blasted
yeah.
and have
Yeah.
a great time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
I like that pick. I didn't understand. I didn't
Yeah,
know where you were
yeah,
really
yeah,
coming
that's-
from, but that is a good
You
because
know.
you get guys like we've been to some pretty nice courses.
Yeah.
We've been, we've played some nice stuff, and I mean Rams Hill is a great example because we've been out there with some hacks, and you're just like, dude, look at this fucking grass.
Fucking
Fix your
keep it
divot.
nice.
Fix your divot.
Keep it nice.
Like, do something. Like, come on, man. Like, fix
Yeah.
your pitch marks. Like,
And-
it's just
And by the way, sorry to cut you off. This pick for me has nothing to do with your ability level, right? Because I think that's another. It almost made my list is when somebody's bad at golf. For the most part, it's because they've never been shown the game, and
Or they're new.
It's a beautiful game, and there's nothing worse when you are new to feel intimidated and like, man, they don't want me here. Like when you make someone else feel like that because they weren't as privileged to be shown the game or to have played it as long, like you're once again doing the sport a disservice. Like you should make that guy feel comfortable, and you should. That's the time to like teach him about the game.
Can we just kind of just lead off with this and just kind of dive into this and
I was
let's
gonna
go?
say because your number 1 ties into my number 3.
Kind of ties into all of them.
It really does.
'Cause this is a
Your number 1 ties into my number 3 when I say slow players, especially when you're bad. Okay, so I have no problem with you being bad. I like new golfers. I like that there's more people playing.
agreed.
But
Yeah.
if you don't understand your surroundings, like if you're walking up to a shot and you turn around and you talk to me for 3 minutes and then you're doing this, it's like, dude, get up. I know you're sending this thing right. Just hit the ball and just get going.
Let's go.
Know where you need to be. I've waited 15 minutes after my drive to hit my shot because you talked about this shot and you talked about this shot and you talked about shit. And you have every right to be bad. And I think those people should be out there. It's a great game. I think more people should play. It's a life game.
And I think
Like,
I honestly think it's better when those guys play with better golfers
Because it-
and it's on the onus of the better golfer to kind of teach them those things.
intimidate them a little bit.
Yeah.
Not even intimidate them,
Well,
but just
no,
say,
you do.
hey man, fix your pitch mark,
Yeah.
fill your divot. Just you don't even have to say fill your divot. Just take the divot filler and just hand it to them. They'll know what to do.
When I
understand that.
When I very first started playing golf, I was playing with the assistant pro of TCI. It was one of my best friends, Joe Strange, and he was like, dude, come play golf. I'm like, I don't want to fucking play golf. I want to do other fun shit.
Yeah.
Went out and played, and I was playing with him, Nick, who's the head pro he runs the Golden State Tour now, and Curtis. I
All
was
sticks.
terrible. I was horrible, but I learned the rules really quick. Like I learned, like, hey man, fix that shit.
Yep.
Like do this, do this, do this, and you
That's-
need to have a
that's
little bit of
one
uncomfortability, and then you hit one good shot, and you're like, fuck, I could do this. I could do it,
Yeah.
and then you just, it just keeps you coming back. But you need to play with guys that are better to get you on the right path of like, this is how you play.
And that's
And-
kind of my part
yeah.
of why the onus is on the better player to just take the divot filler out and just hand it to them.
Yeah.
You don't even need to say anything. Most people understand what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
They just may not care. They think, all right, I got to go hit my next shot because they're worried about hitting a bad one. Hey, man, the group behind us is coming up, so I know you don't want to
Oh,
pick
that's
up,
the most,
but
that's
but
the most uncomfortable.
yeah,
for
I
me.
really hate that. But it's like, hey, man, just pick up and drop by the green or something,
Yeah.
like, and then putt it out. They know when they miss 4 putts, they know other people are waiting.
Yeah.
They understand that.
That's-
Maybe that goes to the uncomfortability part.
That's another one, like the slow play guy, like the bad players, like the guys that aren't really that bad, but they can play a little bit. They're like 90s guys type things, and they putt it like a 20-footer, and it misses, and they're like, fuck. And then they putt it again. It's like, dude, stop. You're not supposed to make that putt.
Yep.
If you make it, that's a bonus. If you lip it out, good putt. You weren't supposed to make that putt. Like,
But the part I really like about Ryan's pick is it's not a skill thing. It's a awareness thing.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to be aware of, let's call it what it is, man. Golf is a white man sport. I mean, it fucking is. Not that it should be, but that's kind of the
Who
stigma.
plays, yeah.
That's what the stigma of that sport is, of what this sport is. And when you walk into clubhouses, I mean, shit, Augusta didn't let, women into their,
Like 3 years ago.
yeah, like 10 years ago. Condoleezza Rice, they knocked out 2 birds, 1 stone. Like, oh, we got a woman and a black woman. Look at us. We're all right, right? But when you walk into a clubhouse, everyone has their hat off, shirt tucked in. Like, I've had buddies at Bear Creek. I'm like, hey, dude, make sure you fucking tuck your shirt in.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot be rolling up with your shirt untucked. And that's, unfortunately, some people don't understand that without getting it.
The first time I ever played Bear Creek, I played, this is back when I knew the head pro there, Steven, and he goes, hey, come play. Don't change your shoes in the fucking parking lot.
Yep.
Don't, like, they had a couple of these things. We show up, and the guys I'm playing with, which they're not, I mean, they're wearing cargo shorts. He goes, you guys can't play.
Yeah, sorry.
It's like, you can't wear cargo shorts, sorry.
No.
It's like, just, I mean, they wouldn't have known, it wasn't their fault, but it's like just things that you just need to know your surroundings and know that, like, you need to have your shirt tucked in, you need to look presentable, you need to take your hat off when you walk in. There's certain things you do and you don't do. Like, there's just,
what's the thing about not changing your shoes in the parking lot? I've never heard that.
There's certain private courses they really.
This is back when Bear Creek was like pristine. Like,
yeah.
Like, you just don't change your shirt. You don't change your shoes in the parking lot.
Every time I played Bear, I changed my shoes in the
Where do
parking
you
lot.
do it? In the
Supposed
locker
to
room?
Well, you're supposed
Yeah.
to go in the locker room or change them like in your car. It was just one of those things.
I've never heard of that. See,
Yeah.
that's a good
No,
example.
but that's not one that anybody would know.
But still,
Yeah.
Without being told, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
still. But that's, I mean, that's new to me.
But
right?
I told
there's
them before we left. I said, hey man, don't change. If you're gonna change them before you go in, and just put them on, and then we'll figure it out after. You know.
So that's new to me, right? But the point is that there's different levels of that. Like, guys that have never played golf, they have no idea that you're not supposed to walk in someone's line. Like, that's basic level knowledge to us. But at some point, a dad,
You
a
have to teach it.
grandpa, a friend, someone told you,
Hey, don't.
don't do that.
Don't do
And so
Hey, bro, your shadows.
golf is very like it's just like life. Like, you gotta jump in a little bit. You gotta be intimidated.
And know who you're playing with.
Somebody's got to show you.
Yeah.
Like, you only know what you're taught. At the end of the day, like, we all only know what we're taught.
If you don't know, you don't know.
So if you're a better golfer, try not to get frustrated, but also take the time to teach someone.
Yeah.
That's kind of my main point. As the better golfer, if you're ever out with a guy like that, it's the onus is on you. It is on you to tell these guys. Like, again, I'm gonna go back to the Bear Creek thing, but like, I've had buddies, and I go, hey man, this is a privilege for us to be playing at a private course like this. This isn't. Most guys that live in this area are like, oh, you play Bear Creek?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, I played a bunch. But most guys don't get it. So you got to tell them, hey, just make sure your shirt's tucked in. Don't be packing beers in the bag. Like, just, come on, dude, just act like you're supposed to be
That's
here.
a good one, too, at the packing beers thing, because I play TCR for free all the time. And I always tell everybody who I play with, don't bring a fucking cooler.
Yeah, just come
We're
on.
playing a $100 course for free.
Yeah, that's
Just buy the beers.
Yep.
And then you still get the one guy that you get out and you're like, well, they don't see me with the cooler. No, I told you not to fucking bring it.
Yeah.
I told you not to bring it because it's on my name. I brought you guys on, and they're gonna see a cooler in the back of your cart, and they're gonna go, hey, Cameron brought this guy on.
Yep.
Like, just don't bring it, dude. You're playing for free. Buy the $8 beers. If you buy 10 of them, you're still 20 bucks up.
Buy 10 of them.
You're still 20 bucks up.
Yeah,
Like,
you're net 20. You're
Right.
good. Like, I played, it was funny, me and a couple of coworkers, we played the Crosby down in Rancho Santa Fe a couple weeks ago. We roll up, place is bitching, like, totally awesome. And me and another coworker ride up, and we both kind of look at each other, we're like, are we allowed to change our shoes in the parking lot? And we kind of looked around, we're like, if we do it quick, no one will know. Like, we didn't know what it was, we didn't know what type of private golf course it was.
Yeah.
Like Shadow Ridge, for example, that's a no-go.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's just
Shadow Ridge in Palm Springs, right?
No, Shadow Ridge.
Oh,
in,
the other one. The other one.
in
I just
Vista.
have never heard of that.
Yeah,
It's
in
crazy.
Vista. And it's, all right, we did it once as like a tailor-made outing, and they told us, guys, next time you come out here, do not do that. And so we rolled up, and we're like, kind of gave each other a look, like, can we do this? Like, I don't know. Like, fuck it, just do it real quick. Like, no one will know.
It's just it's like one of those weird things you would never know, and I wouldn't have known it had he not told me.
Yeah, I had
because
no
you're gonna
idea.
show up, you put your truck bed down, you put your shoes on.
I do
Like,
that
it's
every
just-
time. But
yeah.
I don't play the nicest of courses.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a cousin that it's really nice of him. We play some pretty good desert golf. And I'm reliving, like, every time I've been in those parking lot stuff, I change my shoes.
Those might not be the same because those are desert courses. It's a little bit different. But, like, there's some private, like, and a lot of those courses aren't private.
Yeah.
Like, if you go somewhere that's, like
Can I
super
tell you a
private,
story?
Yeah.
Like, we went to the Hideaway. It's
That's You don't play it.
It's next level private. Like
Tybo only plays it because he's from TaylorMade. It's like fucking.
I didn't even play because I was at TaylorMade.
Freddie Couples and like those guys.
So basically, they have 180 members. You have to be referred by 3 guys, and even then, it's only if one guy leaves. I mean, it's crazy exclusive. Guys are cleaning your clubs on the range, free food on the turn. What do they call those? Like after every 4 holes, they have
Refreshment stations?
Yeah,
with
like a
fresh,
snack shack.
fresh fruit, soft serve ice cream.
That
like,
was the one where they had like Kobe beef burgers and shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is just next level shit. So we roll up in a Toyota Tacoma. Luckily, my buddy washed his car. It looked decent for Temecula. We roll up and they go, "Hey, we're gonna put you in the back. Just take your shoes. Please don't change." And they made it very obvious. They're like, "You don't belong here. I know you guys are here to have fun. Adhere by our rules because these guys pay $300,000 a year to be members here."
Yeah.
Like next level shit.
That's crazy.
Like or Palma Valley. Like
Yeah.
I didn't the first time I played Palma, like Bear Creek you could walk in with the hat on, no problem. Palma Valley, they hate that. So like I remember walking in, my boss is like, "Make sure you take your hat off, phone's on silent, nothing." This is like a so
Hollow Valley's like where Bill Murray's a member and shit.
each course has their own
right. I mean,
thing.
it goes back to our original point. I played with my cousin at one place, Andalusia.
Yeah.
And we walk in and, I wasn't sure. And he just like tapped me. He's like, "Take your hat off." Oh, okay, got it. And, it's good. Like that's the cool thing about golf is it's that constant teaching, learning. Like you're never gonna perfect it. Coming in and it's just that's the cool thing about it. And people shouldn't lose it and they shouldn't take it personal.
And
And
that's
people
when-
should be nice about it.
And that's what's so great about golf is, not great about golf, but I bet every other course you walked into, granted, you're not going to the Colony and worrying about having your hat on,
No, I'm going there in a tank top.
but you survey the room at nicer courses or the clubhouse and you go, "Okay, what's the deal here? All right, everyone's got it." Like it's a one learning trick. But to your point, you don't know until you're told.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is an awareness thing, like you said. So that's my whole thing with number one. I'm
That's
all
good, man.
for
I like it.
That's
having
really
a 12 pack before the turn and music blaring and and all that. But also all for not changing your shoes in the parking lot, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending where you're at.
Yeah. So that's that.
That's a good pick.
So
Anywhere you guys want to go?
I have a question that might open up some can of worms. Which, from each guy's list, which are you most guilty of? I'll start. So Cam, I'll start with your list. I'm most guilty of your number 4, the impossible shot guy. Mainly because I'm not that great. And I feel like guys like me have a little bit more, it's a little bit more understanding because
Unrealistic.
I can hit my 3-wood really well.
You do, and that's your best club in the bag.
I probably hit my 3-wood
220.
really well, but like really well 6 out of 10 times.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Like 2 more times out of that, and then the 2 out of 10 probably don't. I'm that guy that will wait. And
I could do this.
and because and I'm definitely guilty of that because I'm like, especially if there's nowhere to go, like why not just wait till these guys are off the green? But and the chances that I stick it on the green out of 10 are probably 1 to 2. But I'm like, that one time that I do. So I'm guilty of that. Tybo, on yours.
Are you going each one? Oh fuck.
Well, I'm just picking like which one I'm most
no,
guilty
you're good.
of.
You're good.
So I
You're
probably
overly
say
optimistic guy.
That's the same thing.
probably
basically.
that. But the way I read Tybo's is it's more like to the like speaking to the other guy's game. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
or right
talking
on
about my game. Like
that? Yeah.
you are, I know how good I am, and I know when a ball goes OB,
It's gone.
and I don't need you to be like, "Oh, it might go in." I'm like, dude, I saw it fucking
talk.
hit the house.
The pep talk guy.
I don't need the pep talk. I'm trying to mentally prep myself for lying 3.
I have a perfect story for this. Tybo and I play quite a bit of golf together. We're pretty comparable, we go back and forth and stuff like that. So I'm not a person that responds to the overly optimistic guy.
I hate the overly optimistic.
I respond better to the. We were playing a
Rams Hill.
We were that time too, but we were playing a course up in Mesquite.
Oh,
It was our second round of the day. The first round, I go out and I kill it. I fucking smoke the field. I was playing really well. We're like, all right, we're gonna go play another round. Second round, I fucking shit the bed. I can't hit the ball. I'm like this.
Golf.
Tybo literally just goes, pull your fucking head out of your ass and start playing golf, rather than the, hey man, you're doing okay, you know, blah blah blah. And I fucking instantly was like, let's do this shit. Like, and I turned it on, started playing well. Because he knows me.
I know Cameron.
He knows how I respond to things. He knows I'm going to be way more responsive to the asshole approach than the
you'll get it
like
together.
The optimistic, like, hey, just swing. Come on, man.
There's 16 holes left. It's fine.
Like he just knows my game and I know his game, and so he knows what's going to fire me up. Whereas I don't really play with an overly optimistic guy. I don't think. I do in the men's league.
I think if
I do in the men's league.
If I had to pick one, go ahead.
Cameron, sometimes you could be overly optimistic guy with me.
Oh.
Well, also, okay, so.
But I could. I am overly pessimistic guy on the golf course.
Let me get into that though, because we'll jump right into it. This opened a can of worms. Tybo used to be, not anymore. Tybo has changed.
I'm the pouty guy.
Tybo used to be the pouty, fucking ruin your round guy.
Yes.
Tybo.
I did.
Oh,
I
for
did.
a good long while.
Okay, first off, why? Second off, what changed?
I can tell you exactly when it changed.
Dude, he punched multiple golf carts and like fucked his hands up.
It was bad.
Is that when it changed? You had like fractured a knuckle or something?
I don't know how it changed, but you're a lot better now.
He knows exactly when it changed.
I know exactly when it changed. I went to fucking Alabama and played 4 of the nicest, probably not, but 4 beautiful courses. Yeah. And
with your dad and your uncle.
With my dad and my uncle.
Awesome setting.
Beautiful. And I was like a 9, at the time. And now I'm like closer to a 6, but regardless, at the time, I was good enough to where I felt like I should be playing okay. And I think I shot 95, 97, 101, 99. I played so bad, and I was just miserable. And I was throwing clubs, I was getting mad, and I was just such a little piece of shit, and I regret that to this day. I was such a bad person on that trip. And I never want to be that person ever again. Because what my dad always told me when I was younger is when I'd hit a bad shot and I get mad, he goes, are you practicing when I don't know about it? Like, why are you upset? Like, you don't practice that much. Like, what? And I was practicing a lot at that time. But
that's a good point, though.
Regardless, I was just upset. And now, and maybe Cameron, you can attest to this, I'm a much better golfer because I don't get upset. I just go, dude, shit happens. Just fucking worry about the next shot and then go. Because if you're pissed off, you throw a club, you're still upset. Now, granted, I will still every once in a while do the little bang on the cart.
I slam my club into my bag.
Yeah.
I slam my fucking club
I'll
down
do one
in
of
my
those
bag.
like where you put the scorecard is and just do a quick little bang. Like just a little quick one.
Chuck Norris.
Just I got to get one out every once in a while after a bad shot.
Yeah.
But I was so pouty, and I realized, and it really wasn't through no one. I mean, I knew other people thought I was pouty, but it didn't come from anybody else.
I was gonna ask you that.
It has to come from within, where I was just like
Self-realization.
I was like, dude, you're being a little shithead. Like, just figure it out and just calm down.
Yeah.
Because to your guys' point, you're here having a good time with your friends, dude. Just chill out.
That was like my thing at Wolf Creek. Well, we go play Wolf Creek. It's bucket list place to play. I drank way too much the night before. I lost too much money at the casino. I show up, and the first hole I can tell, I don't have it. I don't have my stuff. I don't have it. But I'm playing with 3 of my best friends. I'm not going to fucking ruin it for them. So I'm like, I can play as bad as I want, and it's making me happy to watch them play well, and it's pissing me off inside. It's killing me inside that I'm playing bad, but I'm like, I can't ruin this for them.
But also to that point, don't ruin it for yourself. I mean,
and
really
that place to me, like
at the
I
end
would
of
just
the
go
day.
drive that course. Like just driving that course, maybe
That
I
course
wouldn't pay
is
the
so
money to go
awesome.
drive that course, but
Yeah.
just looking at the course, and I had a couple. I made a couple birdies, which were crazy, which were fucking won me some money, and I was like, I don't deserve any of this, but I made a couple.
Nobody at this table is making or missing putts worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, that's a good thing to remind ourselves
Yeah.
of. Like,
And
if
I was
you
taking
go-
pictures of guys. I'm like, dude, look at
Yeah.
how sick this picture is I got of you. You know, like I was trying to stay
In it.
not overly optimistic, but I was trying to stay in it
In it.
because it was your guys' first time, and it was like,
was
this
all
is
our
the
first
coolest
time.
experience.
Other than my
Yeah,
dad,
yeah,
but-
but it was just
Look, the way I look at it is, the higher your score, the lower your cost per swing is.
I don't have that thought anymore, but I
Me
used to
No
have that
matter-
thought.
me neither.
Well, that's how I look at it. It
I don't
helps
have
me
that.
sleep at night.
I'm gonna go back to Wolf Creek and I'm gonna kick the fuck out of that course one day.
I mean, no
We're
matter
gonna go back.
Yeah.
no matter where you play, that holds true.
yeah,
And I mean, all joking aside, at the end of the day,
I was in a beautiful place,
able-bodied.
fucking perfectly fine, melting down on my own accord.
Right.
It was nobody else's fault.
Right.
I mean, I was playing worse than I've played ever.
That might have been the worst I've ever seen you
Ever.
play.
I shot 100.
That might have been the worst I've seen you
I
play.
mean, that's
100.
a decent afternoon.
No, not for like.
I know. I'm joking.
I mean, it was just like, and the day before, I think I shot 79 or something.
Yeah.
Like I was, and the course wasn't that much harder. It was just that I just didn't have it. I didn't have my stuff, which is why golf is a great game, because if you don't have your stuff, golf is gonna expose you real fast and expose
quick.
me on fucking hole one. Hole one, par 5 uphill. I was like, fuck, I don't have it.
Spray right.
I don't have
I
it.
remember that.
Spray right, I'm in
right.
play. Another spray right, I'm like, fuck.
That's
if I get
out.
up and down here for bogey, I'm gonna be happy. Then the greens are ridiculous, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't even know what to do anymore.
This is one of those days you want to go home. All right, which ones
didn't
which ones are you most guilty of, Cam?
On
each
my
list.
list,
You don't have to do on yours.
I don't have to do my list?
Do Tybo's and mine.
Tybo's list. I guess I'm the overly optimistic guy with Tybo because
It's not your fault. It's
no,
not a
I
you
think
thing.
I'm just trying to fix the.
It comes from a good place. That's how
Yeah,
it
it
is.
comes
with
from a
me.
good place.
It
Like
does.
I would
Yeah.
never be overly optimistic guy with you guys because you are way better than me, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna have that conversation.
Yeah.
But there's certain guys that's like, hey, dude, don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you get the next one. It's all about the
Yeah.
next shot.
The
Whatever.
bad players, it does work a little bit because that goes back to my, like the pouty player when you're bad, you shouldn't be mad, man. You're not good enough to be mad yet.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you should, if you hit a bad shot, you're supposed to hit a bad shot.
Yeah.
If you hit a good shot, that should be a surprise.
I like what Tybo's dad said. Like, have you been practicing and
Yeah.
I didn't know about it?
Have you
Like,
been playing for the
why are
last
you
10
getting
years?
so upset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever shot in the 70s? No, then shut the fuck up
Yeah.
and just settle down.
So I want to clarify, Cam. When I say you're the overly optimistic
I know
guy,
exactly what you're saying.
yeah,
I know exactly what you're saying.
like
And it's only with you.
yeah, and I know I'll hit a ball fat, and you'll say, "Get up," and I'm like, "That ball's not fucking getting up,
Yeah.
dude. I'm fucking 10 yards short.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 10 yards
And
short."
I know it's and I know
Tyler
it's
gets pissed.
and I know it's 10 yards.
Yeah,
short. I can see the golf.
yeah.
Like,
I'm like, dude,
and
it's
on-
short. Just let me focus on getting
Yeah.
up and down. Like,
on yours, Rybo, I am definitely the rules Nazi.
Really?
I won't necessarily say it, but it'll piss me off. Like if you, so like everybody's had a bad lie.
Yep.
Everybody's had a bad lie. That's part of golf. You hit a great drive down the middle and you're in a fucking divot. Sorry, man. That's part of golf. Like you need to play that shot because you need to learn to play that shot. You need to learn that you need to pinch that ball. You need to learn how to play that shot. I don't want you to go, the guy that walks up and goes like, "Oh, I wonder if this is me," and picks up his ball and looks at it. Yeah, that's me, and then sets it next to the divot. Like, come on, dude. Like, that's play the ball. Or if you're in super thick rough and you're like, it shouldn't have bounced here. Well, it did.
Yeah.
It bounced there. So that's just part of the game. Like,
Yeah.
It's just, and
Now, to the other side of that, I've played with guys where I'm clearly standing in wet water.
oh, see, water I'm different with. Standing water,
I'm not. I'm
yeah.
not saying you are, but
Yeah.
I play with guys. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to get muddy. I'm like, come on, man,
Yeah.
we're fucking out
It's
here.
just not even fun.
Or
like-
a clear ground under repair that's not marked.
I'm like, dude, can I move this?
Yeah.
And they go, I guess.
Dude, I
I'm
have
like, motherfucker, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not. It's hole 2.
Yeah.
I'm wearing white pants. What do you
Yeah.
want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I had a funny
Can
story
I
about
move
I
it?
heard you shit myself in high school.
in the
once.
in
Yeah,
the, in the
I've
men's,
done it.
in the
It
men's
was middle school, okay?
Oh, it was
God,
middle school?
It was middle school.
in the men's league last year, I was playing against a guy that I knew, like not just knew him from the men's league. I hit a good shot down the middle, a good drive, and I'm clearly in a fucking dead spot of the fairway, mud, and I go, hey man, just gave him I was playing against him. I go, what do I do here? And he goes, well, I guess you got to play it. And I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. Like
I hate
Like
that.
it's just, and you know the way Uncle Bob's teams play, which is probably why we're in the finals.
Yeah.
Hey man, fucking, we're cool with it.
Do whatever you
If
want to
you
do.
do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you.
still gotta hit the
I'm
shot.
not gonna make you break
Kick
your
it
club
10
on it.
feet. I don't care.
I'm
You
not
still
gonna
gotta
make
hit
you
the
break
shot.
your club. I'm not gonna make you hit over a rock. Like
No.
it's just not gonna happen. Like it's just. So yeah,
So-
I would say I'm a rules guy when it comes to what you're supposed to be doing versus like a fringe call.
All right, so
If you're supposed to be hitting that shot like off a divot, hit it off a divot.
Yes.
all right, so this is my story that I mentioned at the top. We'll get to yours, but I feel like this is the best time for me to say it. So, I've one cousin that lives in the desert, like I mentioned. He hooks us up with great golf, and another cousin that we're all tight. And so we were out there playing the Norman course.
Tough course.
PGA West.
Super tough. There's
Tough.
water in like half the fairways.
I like that
I
course.
think I lost like
And
14
if
balls.
you miss the fairway, you're in.
Brutal, bro.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Good luck.
So, anyways, one of my cousins, I guess I can mention their names. Blake has a friend whose name I will not mention.
Gary.
He was there, and yeah, what do we want to call him? Let's call him Gary.
Marquise.
or Mark.
Let's call him Mark.
Mark or Gary.
He seems like a Mark, to be honest with you. So it was Blake, Mark, my cousin Tyler, and myself. Can I have another one, please? Yeah, thank you.
I'm good this time, I promise.
And so we're at PGA West, and so we team up, and we got a little game going. I forget exactly what it was. I think we were playing best ball or whatever, but it was Mark and I versus Tyler and Blake. Okay, and so
Not,
we're on like
not me though.
we're like on no, it's not you, not Tybo, different guy, but. Fuck, it was like 15 or 16. I'm not an every shot guy, but we were on towards the end. Sun's going down. We're finishing. We're trying to get 36 in, and so Tyler hits a ball, hits a drive. It goes a little right, and it's white staked, and he's literally probably like 6 inches out of the white stake. Okay, we had like a beer on it, right? And so yeah, technically supposed to go back, re-tee it, technically.
Sounds like it should be a lateral day, though.
Look, we're trying to get,
Trying to finish.
we're trying to get 36 in. Sun is going down, so there is a pace of play issue going on, right? And Tyler plays the ball how it lied. Okay, so it wasn't like he
It was OB.
kicked it out or anything
Yeah.
like that. And so
Yep.
he hits it, stakes it, of course, right? Puts it on the green. I'm fine with it personally. Like I've already stated how I am. Like I really
Yeah.
don't give a shit. Well, Mark, it's hard for me to keep calling him Mark.
Don't let it slip.
So he doesn't say anything either, right?
Oh, he
And
lets him make the putt. Oh,
Tyler-
get out of here.
Tyler-
Nice 7.
Tyler's over the ball to putt, and Mark, I forget exactly what he says, but he's like, I don't know if you should putt that. You were supposed to go all the way back. As we're
Yeah.
all on the green.
I wouldn't let him hit a second shot, but
And-
in a time constraint, I'd be like, yeah, man, hit it.
Just fuck
Yeah,
it.
36
it's
holes.
A beer.
You're on hole
whatever.
number 34.
The,
Yeah.
the issue I
It's
had
fine.
was the timing.
Yes.
And my cousin Tyler,
Thank you.
I've honestly never seen him so mad. He was so mad. That was close, huh? Thank you. You can take that. He was so mad. And I think he smoked like 4 cigarettes in the next 2 holes. But it's rules guys like that like there's a way to be a rules Nazi and do it the right way
I just don't understand why the guy wouldn't call it out right then and there.
right away.
Hey, man, just so you know, you're OB. Just going to let you know,
Yeah, have the discussion there.
if you want to play it as a lateral, it's the kind of guy I try to be,
Yeah.
especially in that scenario. Hey, man, you're OB. Play it as a lies or just kick it out, but just take a stroke. One stroke.
What I think the fair,
Whatever.
right thing to do in that moment was the second option there. Hey, give yourself a good lie. We're trying to move quickly here.
Play it out.
Take the penalty because that's technically the right thing to do. We got I think
More
it was
or
like
less.
a round of beers,
Yeah.
and just play it, but have that conversation there.
Don't wait
Yeah,
till you know he stuck it. What is it, packed up?
that was the
No,
cheap
I-
shot.
Damn.
Hammered it out.
Jesus Christ.
But the whole point of that
Strong
story
flow.
is there is a way to execute the rules with class, and be consistent. And then there's the rules Nazi that
Well,
is
there's
just like,
there's
come
also
on,
those
guy.
gambling guys that like just don't want to lose a beer,
That's how Mark is.
and it's like I can appreciate a great shot like that, like, and you just go like the guy. I mean,
That's a shrug your shoulders
so
moment.
this
All right.
this is one that comes up more often than, well, not more often, but the fairway bunkers. Fairway bunkers grounding your club.
I don't know the technical rule on that.
You can't ground your club.
100%
You can't touch the ground.
Can't touch it.
You can't touch the ground. But a lot of the courses we play around here have shit bunkers,
They're so bad.
and I don't do it.
I don't do
personally.
it.
I don't do it.
Yeah.
But if I saw, this is no offense to you, if I saw Rybo and he walks up and he sets his club down behind the ball and he hits a ball, I'm not going to go, hey, dude, most of the bunkers are fucking rock hard, and it's not
not
going
gonna
to
make a
change
difference.
anything. It's mainly just so the ball doesn't move and you can't really get an edge on the ball is what it's for with soft sand. But that one is like the one where I'm like, all right, man. If I'm playing with somebody and we're playing for I'm probably not going to call it, but it's like, you know the rules.
Can I give a good example? Like, I've had discussions about this, not anymore with guys I play with, because I know the guys I play with.
Yeah.
Great example, number 13 at Red Hawk. For those at home, 13 at Red Hawk, there is a little hazard along the water. There's no rakes. It's not, as far as I'm concerned, if I don't see a rake, it is not a hazard.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to ground
It's
my
a waste
club.
area.
It's a waste area.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to ground my club. Knowing that, or under the impression of that, I was taking a couple practice swings to go, well, that's a couple strokes. I go, motherfucker, I don't see a rake. I don't see any.
I don't see sand.
There's nothing
I know.
here.
Yeah.
There's nothing
That's
here.
DG.
Yeah.
Like,
it is. It's
yeah, no, it
fucking rock
honestly
hard.
is.
And I've had conversations with guys, and now we're holding up the group behind us and go, dude, let's fucking talk about it on the next hole. If you want to give me the extra 2 strokes, whatever, because I guarantee I'm not going to hit a great shot out of here anyways. So let's just,
That's a good swing thought there, Tybo.
yeah.
It's a tough
Yeah,
shot,
about
man. You
to
got hit
fuck
over the
this
reeds.
up. Oh,
it's fucking
terrible.
it's a hard shot.
And I guarantee after that, I don't remember exactly what happened. I guarantee I didn't hit a good shot because I wasn't
Tough shot.
thinking about the golf shot. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what, this motherfucker,
Yeah.
whatever, But
Yeah.
that's the kind of rule stuff that I don't like. It's like, dude, we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a trap. I think anybody that plays golf would understand that. But if you want to tag me on
Yeah.
it, by all means, dude. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're just saying that to say that, to show like a position of power, like the rules, or
Yeah.
like that's just nitpicking. That's like
Yeah.
it
Well,
has no real.
Like I play Menifee a lot just because I live right next to it, and their bunkers are some of the worst in the country. Like they're fucking they should almost be ground
top
under
5
repair.
worst in the country.
And Kyle and I play there
Top
quite.
5
We
worst
play there.
bunkers.
We play there a lot. Like we play there.
Yeah.
And their bunkers are so bad to where there's like ruts and shit in them, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna make you play out of a rut. Like
Move it.
Move it.
Sorry,
Find some soft dirt because you're not gonna find any sand.
Or
You're
if
gonna
someone
find-
doesn't rake it and you go in,
Yeah.
hey man, can I move this?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
that's fine.
if there's an impossible shot due to the condition of the course, there needs to be some type of
Oh, yeah.
concession. If you're behind
Yeah.
a tree, you got to deal
Which
with
is exactly what I was saying in the men's
Yeah.
league. Like I hit a perfect drive down the middle, and I'm in
Right.
a fucking mud
Right.
thing, and the guy's like, play it, and you're like,
That's-
God, you fucking cocksucker.
it. That's just ridiculous.
And then then it just makes me want to stomp you even worse. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it makes me just want to beat you by 15
make 'em putt
strokes.
2-footers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that you should have seen Tybo when he was crazy. He was fucking nuts. Like he was crazy.
I can see it.
Yeah, I have one story that he was there for. I don't really throw clubs. I don't really break clubs or anything like that. I have one story of when I threw a club into a lake. So I was playing Rams Hill. Have you played Rams Hill or not?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's just.
I heard it's beautiful.
Pristine golf course. It doesn't make sense where it's at. It's a beautiful golf course. Like it's my favorite course that I've ever played, including like all of them. You just look at it and it doesn't make sense how the grass is so green. Well, I'm playing so good. I get to number 18. It's a par 5. Par 5. It's kind of uphill, a little dogleg right. There's water on the right. There's bunkers that are kind of like lining the water.
Every
I have
shot
a
guy.
I have a chance to. No, I
I'm
was telling
kidding,
him,
I'm
I was
kidding,
telling
I'm
my
kidding.
4 iron into
Guilty.
the water at Rams Hill. So I'm in this fairway bunker, and I'm like, I can't remember who I'm playing with. I think I'm
Oh, when
playing
you
with when I threw my 4 iron in.
Yeah, you're playing with Greg for sure.
Greg was there. I don't know if I was riding with him, but I have a decent lie in this trap. I'm like, I can just hit a 4-iron. I can poke it out to the middle. I can make a par, probably a birdie. You know, like it's uphill.
Yep.
I get behind this ball, hit it in the sand. I'm like, all right, par 5. I can still make a par. Do it again. So I think I was playing with Scott.
You hit it into another bunker?
Same bunker.
Same bunker. It's really long.
Their sand there is like, it's like a probably 50-yard long bunker.
Yeah.
So I hit it. I think I looked at Scott. I go, if this fucking stays in this bunker, I'm sending this club in the water. Greg goes, hang on, let me get my phone.
That's why I know you're playing with Greg.
And I go, take this swing, and it's in my head now. It's gonna happen. There's nothing around it. Like,
Yeah, you put it
hit
out
this
there.
ball, and I just chuck this fucking thing into the water. The ball gets out. I rake the bunker. I just get out, play the shot. I think I make a double bogey to shoot like 81. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Like, it was like, you shoot in the 70s at Rams. It's a pretty cool feat. Like, I was playing good the whole day, you know, like, and just for that 3 shots in there to just ruin my entire round.
Where's that video at?
Greg has it.
We got it
It
somewhere.
got on some like golf Instagram thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It
we gotta
did?
post
Yeah,
that.
I got on some like Greg sent it to some like golf thing, and it was like just me fucking chucking my 4-iron into the water. Yeah.
All right, Tybo, what are you guilty of? Most guilty of?
I was guilty of pouting. I will not.
Yeah.
If
You were a psychopath.
I was. Anybody that's played with me in the last 2.5 years,
Yeah, I'd say it's been a minute.
yeah. I don't know if I'd agree with anybody saying I can be pouty now. I have my moments where I get upset,
Everyone does.
but not to the point where I'm cognizant of the fact that I'm not trying to ruin anybody's round.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm a slow player on the greens, which I don't really know if I agree with, but if people say it, like, I guess.
I don't think. I mean, Tybo has. Have you played with Tybo?
Didn't we play once together?
We might have played once, yeah.
Tybo has what I would call quirks. Like he has.
What are my quirks?
Like
I'm interested.
you have things that you do. Like you tap your club, tap your club, tap your club, tap your club. Which doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me at all. But you have those things that you do. The same thing with your putts. You line it up, you set it down, you got your red line, you do the whole thing, and it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
'Cause
What do you do with your club? You tap it?
when he sets up
I'm a
his
tapper.
club, he goes like this.
Yeah.
Tap,
A lot of people do that.
tap, tap.
I've
tap,
never understood
tap,
that. Is
tap.
there a reason why?
It's just like I think it's a comfortability thing.
Yeah, it's all comfort.
Yeah, it's like where
Now-
you feel. It's like what's his name?
A lot of
the
people
waggle
do it.
guy.
A lot of people do it.
Yeah,
the waggle guy.
Matt Wolf.
No, the worst one, Duffner. Duffner
Oh,
does
yeah.
the
Yeah,
hitch.
the waggle,
He does
yeah.
the hitch, and I'm
Yep.
like, that doesn't bother me.
Ben,
No.
Ben Hogan actually writes about that, having some type of pre-swing waggle.
Yeah,
That's
no,
kinda-
he has it.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
He does the same thing, sets it down, and every time it gets a little bit closer, and then he just hits his ball. And
Yeah, it kind of
I haven't heard who said you're slow on the greens. I don't know who said that.
Josh, but
Well, he plays quick though.
but the thing is,
He's a quicker player than
I feel
most.
like I'm a quick player in the sense of I don't take practice swings. I don't do any of that stuff.
I don't either. Unless it's a weird lie, I'll take a practice swing, like to feel the grass.
Yeah, my wedges or a chip shot. That's about the only time I take a practice swing.
Yeah.
Just because the wedges are shorter, I want to make sure I'm not sculling it or hitting it fat. But any other club, I never really take a practice swing
Yeah.
unless I'm waiting on
I
the grip
wouldn't
in front of
consider
me.
you a slow player.
Yeah, because how many times have you and I played fast?
We've
And-
played 2 hours and 18 holes.
Dude, I'm good. No,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
I play faster than I should for sure.
Yeah.
I play quick. That's ADD.
What's
kicking in.
your kind of putting routine?
My-
Because everyone has a different putting routine.
I'm weird because
So you walk up to your ball.
I'm weird because unless I'm playing a course that I don't know, I usually know the break for more or less, and I usually am pretty quick on the greens.
So for
faster than most for sure.
to Cameron's point, and maybe why Josh is saying this is, and I've tried to do a better job, is I line my ball up with like the one red line, so I can kind of gauge where my line's going to be.
Tybo has the same balls. He colors in the
Yeah,
two A and the.
Yeah, I color in
something.
like the
Yeah.
TaylorMade, and I do the line. So what I've tried to get better of is getting that shit dialed in when I'm not the first to putt. But when I'm the first to putt, it probably does seem longer because I do want to make sure. I mean, every stroke counts in a way, and I'm not a bad putter, so that's kind of
No,
where
you're a good putter.
I make my strokes up. So I don't want to give it away by going too quick.
He's a good putter for a high handicapper. He can putt.
fuck yeah, dude, we need him for a scramble.
It's about the only thing
No,
that
he plays a
super.
Well, you got a
confident
new putter now, but you used to play that old fucking gold putter.
I'd have to hit the shit out of it. Cause
No,
there's
but I actually your putting stroke with that thing was good. Like it would, for a not a non-golfer, but like a high handicapper.
Yeah.
Your putting, you always hit good lines, and you always
yeah.
That's one thing that I was good at when I was very first starting. I was always good at putting.
Yeah.
Like I hardly ever three putted. You know, you have a couple here and there, but
Yep.
you see some guys that are lined up to a 2-footer, and you're like, what the fuck is he doing? And
Hey,
just
Justin, I'm
hammer-
talking to you.
yeah.
Justin, I hope you're listening.
Oh man,
Work on your putting.
I feel so bad for Justin sometimes. I love him to death, and he can hit the
Me
shit
too.
out of the ball, but his putting sometimes is fucking
bad.
horrendous.
I love him.
We played at at Mesquite. Played at Mesquite. It was it ended up being, I don't remember who the final I think it was you and Justin the last. Remember?
Maybe.
It was. It
I don't
ended
know.
up being we did 6-6-6. So you do 6
Yeah.
as a pair, 6 as a pair, 6 as a pair. Well, I kind of turned it on at the end. I started playing a little bit hot, and I had like a number 18. It's dusk. It's dark.
Didn't you almost jar it?
I almost jarred it, and then it rolled up, and I had this downhill slider.
Yeah, that was
and
a
you're-
gnarly putt.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
make this putt. Justin's got like a 2-footer, and he just fucking. And we all, it's so sad because we all know he's gonna miss it. Like it was just one of those
Oh,
things
no.
where we knew he was gonna miss it, but he also played good, like you know. And then the next day, the first hole, he makes a putt, and we're like, "Fuck yeah,
Let's
he's got
go,
it! Like
let's
he's
go."
got it." you
That's
know?
bad.
Yeah.
So for me, at the slow play, I do line my putts up. But to answer your question, my putting routine is I line it up. I do one putt, what I think the speed would be. I tap it, and then I go. So once I have my line, I'm good. I'm not taking my time. I'm not, doing anything crazy. But when I'm the furthest out, I can definitely see why I might be a little slower because I do want to see front and back sometimes. I do want to make sure my line's right.
I don't use the line on the ball. I use the white.
So, but other than that, I mean, I'm pretty straightforward. I try to line my ball up while the other guys are putting, so when it's my turn, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my routine's pretty quick.
Yeah.
What about Rybo's list?
Ribos? I'm definitely never on my phone. I'm very good about if I'm ever talking to somebody or regardless, I'm on the course. Sorry, I'm off the grid for 4.5 hours. Pouting and kind of touch on that.
Yeah, you're good. That's probably your only one on there.
The rule Nazi I can get to an extent, but I really
Only if somebody's being a prick.
only if they're being a prick and I'll do it back. But most
Some
of the time
people
I'm
deserve
pretty.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel weird, but you could probably speak better to me because sometimes maybe I don't know. But most of the time I'm like, dude, it's fine. Just fucking drop it.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Well, plus we know when a shot's not supposed to be a bad shot. Like, if you hit a shot and it's down the middle and you're in a fucking water puddle, it's not your fault. You
Yeah.
hit a good shot.
Yeah.
Just fucking kick
Yeah,
it.
it's
Well,
good.
like,
Yeah.
like I said, if there's a situation where it's due to
The course.
the course and it's something that's not normal,
Or if there's there's a
Like-
standing water in a bunker, which happens a lot around here.
well, that's what
You're
I
like,
mean. Stuff
you're
like
like,
that.
come
Like,
on, dude. Like, I'm not playing this. I'm
So-
not going to play it just because I don't want to get dirty.
So
like-
for me, I would say get your scuba gear on and figure it the fuck
Yeah,
out.
Take your shoes off.
No,
bitch.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I would say, dude, I'm cool with it. However, I do think you should be penalized for being in that bunker. So now I'm going to put you in the grass.
No, you got to stay in the bunker. You just got to find sand in that bunker.
Let's say there's no
yeah.
sand.
Oh, yeah, there's no
like
sand. Yeah,
the-
you're dropping into some deep shit or something.
What I'm always thinking about is a hole that always has is Red Hawk number 6, that left-hand bunker.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's always filled with water. Okay.
It's
you take-
190 degrees outside. How is it fucking full of water?
I don't know. But you got to take it out and go back.
yes.
Like,
You have to hit it over the bunker.
Yes. You cannot go directly to the right. That's not how that shit works. You got to go back.
One of my honorable mentions was generous drops. So in our Wednesday league, we play laterals, and you, without fail, you get the guy.
Justin just texted me, fuck off, dickheads.
I love it.
Learn how to putt, Justin. I love you.
Without fail though, you get the guy that
He
off the
takes
tee
it up
goes right, and he'll drop it 30, 40
or
yards
on the
above.
or on the fairway.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine with because technically the rule is
Yeah, but you're not
go to
supposed
the
to
tee
drop-
box,
Yeah, but you're still supposed to stay in the rough. You're not supposed to.
but you can take it way far back and do that.
Oh, you can go back as far as you want, but these
Right,
guys
right,
are going lateral.
Right.
And they're going, well, I hit it into this tree, and it's like
They
no,
go
you got to
straight.
come back.
Straight
But they do
left.
play lateral, but that's your immediate one club lateral. It's not your. I can go into the fairway and hit a lateral.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would say our team is probably a little bit of a pushover because most of the time we're a little bit drunk. And we're
Oh,
like,
we're-
yeah, just fucking play it.
Do
yeah,
whatever you want.
Yeah.
We're more generous than.
Can I tell you
than
about the
most.
one time I was a real Nazi? I was playing in a club championship at Palma Valley, and it's, this is legit. Like we're everyone's playing for a score, and it's supposed to be a legitimate golf tournament, playing for a golf company. This guy fucking goes, and he was a dickhead all day, talking to guys. And let me make this very clear: I'm okay with you talking in a backswing if it is a consistent.
Yeah, don't stop.
If you're talking, if you and Rybo are talking, don't stop in my backswing or don't, hey, what are you doing? Like in the middle of my downswing. I'm okay with all that. But this guy was just he was doing both of those, and he was just kind of a dickhead. And he sprays one left and clearly marked OB all the way down until he gets to the green. So he hits it and he starts driving, and I go, or he starts not driving, but he starts getting in the cart, and all three of us are like, dude, do we tell him? Because it's a coworker, you don't want to be a dick. And we're like, hey man, it's kind of white steak, just trying to
No, it is white steak.
passively say, hey man, I think that's white steak, you might need a drop. He goes, oh, so we're playing serious today, huh? I goes, yeah, man. And that goes back to your point, understanding your settings.
Exactly.
It goes, yeah, man, we're all playing the same rules, so you kind of got to.
I did this on hole
And you're-
fucking 4.
And you're in a tournament. Like,
play legit.
yeah, that's.
I mean, I understand you're not that good,
Yeah.
but
That's another thing in,
Play legit.
in tournaments. Like scrambles are always supposed to be fun. I totally understand that. It's drinking, it's fun. But the thing that bothers me most in fucking scrambles is when you hit 4 balls on the green or you hit 2 balls on the green, and you have one that's clearly closer. That's the one
I know what you're saying. I fucking
That's the
hate
one
this.
you're gonna play.
I hate that.
So the guy goes to get his ball from the top of the green. He has a downhill slider. He hits it. It goes in. He goes, "Oh, birdie." I go, "No, that's not a birdie."
No.
Like, no, I made it. Yeah, I understand that, but we weren't gonna play that ball.
Yeah, no.
Like, we're not gonna play that ball. So I'm not willing to let that go. We weren't gonna fucking play that ball.
I
we
hate
have to
that
make
so
this
much.
putt.
I hate that so
Dude,
much.
it's so funny.
That is an underrated call for our list because that
the
is
scramble thing is
it's
always supposed to be
infuriating.
fun. Like,
it's infuriating.
Well, another scramble thing is the ego guy in the scramble where it's between 2 shots and clearly one is better for whatever reason.
Well, I got
and they're
the-
like,
I got a good
Well, the
line."
other one
Yeah.
is his, and it's like,
I like mine a little better.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I gotta hit it over this.
Yeah.
I'm
put your
short-sighted.
ego aside.
Yeah, you hit it further. I
Like,
get it.
Mine's closer. Yeah, but we got to go over the lake,
Yeah.
and there's 2 bunkers in the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, no, we're gonna take Cameron's.
Yeah.
Sorry.
we
Well, to be fair, we
Scramble
never
things-
take
scramble
Cameron's in a
things are always
scramble
fun.
because you're
I'm
terrible at
fucking
scrambles.
horrible at scrambles.
Why?
I'm a pretty decent golfer.
He's so
When
bad
my-
in scrambles.
I'm
Why?
horrible.
It's crazy.
I think it's just because I'm swinging so hard. I do hit good shots.
You
in
just go
scrambles.
for it.
I have my occasional thing, but my driver is usually pretty steady Eddie. I mean, I hit it straight.
Totally agree.
I mean, I hit it long, but in a scramble, I'm fucking spraying this thing. I won't lose a ball in 18 holes by myself. I'll lose 10 balls by playing a fucking scramble.
Swings
It's just
so
because I'm
hard.
swinging so fucking hard. I'm like, dude, somebody put it down the middle. Awesome. I'm gonna try to hit this 900 yards. Like, I just try to fucking swing so fucking hard. I've been better lately though. I just have to get more drunk.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, get more drunk. That's the idea.
I have 2 honorable mentions real fast. One is, so I'm all about fighting slow play. I consider myself to play pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
But one of my pet peeves is when there is a group behind, and I know that my group is playing at a good pace and or waiting for someone in front of us,
A hit
and
into
there's that's annoying too, but
That-
there's someone in my group that is so concerned about the people behind us, like, hey, hurry up guys, let's go, hey,
Yeah.
pick it up, like there's people behind us, like we paid just as much as those guys, and I know we're playing at a good pace. It's not like we're dicking around.
If you hurry up
It's
and
not-
wait,
like
I
If-
will say I'm probably that guy. Not in the sense of if I know we're waiting for a group in front of us. I am always, probably overly so, worried about pace of play.
I am too.
If there's no one in front of us and I know those guys are behind us, I'm always kind of like, hey man, come on, let's go.
But you guys have both played enough golf to know if you're at a good pace or you're not, right? And if you're at a good pace, don't worry about those guys. Like,
I'll just
like
let
I
them
said,
play through.
Either that,
And that's my honorable mention.
right.
People that don't let
that
people
don't.
play.
Oh
That's
my
annoying.
God.
People that don't let people play through.
Yeah, that's
It's
annoying.
infuriating.
I'm very cognizant of like letting people play through.
Me
Yes.
too.
If I see
Overly so.
If I
for me.
see a twosome, and I always play with 2 good guys and 2 bad guys. Usually, that's just how it works out.
What are you trying to say, man? I'm okay.
Yeah, you're always the bad guy, and no, like you play with 2, and you just have a twosome coming up, and you're like,
You
let
have
them play
to
through.
Let 'em play through.
Let them play through.
My point is if you're playing at a good pace, which we all understand if we are or we're not,
Yeah.
either 1, let them play through, or 2, don't worry about them. To
Yeah.
worry about them it's so annoying to me.
Yeah.
As long if it's not warranted, because it's like it makes it not as enjoyable. Like,
Yeah, if
stop
you're
worrying about
rushing,
it. You're making
yeah.
me worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
I know we're on a good pace, or we have nowhere to go, or let these guys play through.
Yeah.
But don't make it a big ordeal. Like, oh man,
Ryan, I gotta ask you a question, dude.
Yes.
How did you not fight that guy that
hit?
hit into you?
He's lucky that I wasn't in that fucking car.
I would have fucking killed him. And I can't fight, but I would have tried to kill that guy.
Honestly, here's the biggest reason why.
But
and
all right,
You
you need to
bees.
you need to
You
explain.
bees.
You need to explain what happened
okay, so
because this is so.
that
This is
almost
the
made
most.
my list.
This is the most egregious thing I've ever heard in my life.
that almost made my list. So we're playing in men's league, and so men's league we play 9 holes. There's 18 teams out there.
It's slow.
It's always a 3+ hour round of 9 holes, and you're not going anywhere, right?
Regardless.
So hole 1, par 5, we're walking off the green, our group, and there's the group behind us is probably 100 yards out, and
Wedge in hand.
yeah, and so we're walking to the cart, and all of a sudden I get this sharp, just like sting in my stomach, and I'm like, whoa! I didn't realize what happened at first, and it was a golf ball. Those guys swung, and all they had to do was wait 30 seconds, and like I said, not going anywhere. And so like I pick up, my first thought is like, I'm gonna pick up this ball and just fucking chuck it. I didn't, and I'll get to the reason why I did not do that and did not fight them. But we kind of turn around and like, what the heck? Like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm good.
I promise.
I'll take one more. Yeah. Like, we kind of, our group as a whole, were you there? No, I was with Josh.
I'm actually really glad I wasn't in your cart.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit confrontational, and
Well,
that would have been a fucking deal breaker for me.
That's a deal breaker.
I was pissed
Yeah.
off, and
Especially, I mean, even if it hits next to your feet, it's one thing, but it fucking hits you. I mean, it
square.
left a welt.
Square, yeah.
It left a big welt.
And so
Continue, though, yeah,
we
yeah.
kind of turned to those guys like, what are you doing? And they kind of start coming at us, and then I got mad. I picked up their ball, I threw it,
Yeah.
and it's like, come up, be a man, apologize, say you were wrong. And if they did that, I would have been like, all I would have said was, next time, just wait, guys. We're not going anywhere. I appreciate you coming up and being a man about it, but we're not going anywhere.
You're never
Just
gonna wait on number 2.
You're gonna wait on
It
2,
was-
3,
it
4,
was
5,
so-
6,
bless
7,
you.
8, 9.
It was so close that a 4 wasn't even needed because you could see the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I have, like, if you hit a gem, like you're a green clearing guy and you smoke a 3-wood and you're hitting a 270 and you carry it and you roll it up on somebody, you're like, holy shit, man, I should.
My bad. My bad.
That's a great shot. And those guys could turn around and go, holy fuck, look at how far away they are. Sorry, my bad. This
Yeah,
is
that happens.
This is a shot where 100 yards, I would feel comfortable beaming, like, I think I could hit you if I wanted to. Like, I could drop it in on you and hit you
Yeah,
from
that-
that close.
Anyways,
Perfect. Thank you.
thank you, Missy. And you know, part of
Thank
me,
you, Missy.
part of me is upset for not getting more mad. Part of me is happy
was-
at myself.
I
that
was
didn't get
happy
more
that
You
mad.
told me
didn't.
that story, dude. I was so mad for you.
I wanted to go fisticuffs with that guy.
Can I guess why?
Go ahead.
I can guess that Rybo is the face of Uncle Bob's, and we're
Yep.
playing on the Uncle Bob's team, and he can go, well, Uncle Bob's guys went and got into a fight in the golf course.
That's 100% the reason.
Yeah.
I have to think about that. I don't.
And I'm glad I wasn't in that cart because that wouldn't have crossed my mind. I'd be like, Rybo, we're fucking these dudes
Yeah.
up.
Who the
And
fuck
yeah.
is that guy?
And honestly, I was so pissed off that all I needed was, like, if Cam was with, I'm glad Cam wasn't with me for the same
glad
reason.
too.
Would've.
Because all I
I'm
needed
glad
was
too.
someone to
Someone
be like,
else. Let's go.
let's go.
Yeah.
Because
who's playing
I
with
was
you?
this
Josh?
Josh.
Oh,
And
he's pretty.
He got verbal, but he was never like, Rival, let's go take care of these guys. Because if somebody said that to me, we probably would have. But that goes through my mind immediately. And like I said, part of me is very happy that does, because that's the last thing that we need in a group.
No,
like,
I understand.
and all the other dudes that play in that league would have totally understood.
Why that
I
would
would
happen.
think,
Absolutely.
most of them. But still, at the end of the day, the guy at Uncle Bob's got into a fight at Red Hot Golf Course, who I respect most. That's the other thing, is I respect most of the people that work there, and they
Yeah,
make their livelihood
it's a
there.
mess. It's a
like
mess.
it's like if I went into stadium.
Absolutely.
Like if somebody got in my grill, no matter how wrong it was, out of respect for mainly Cameron,
I'll come hit him for you.
but out of respect mainly for
Yeah.
you, I wouldn't cause anything. I would just walk away.
Yeah.
And just like,
And it's
yeah,
the same
that
thing
guy's
with here,
wrong.
and I understand that.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I'm glad I wasn't there,
Yeah.
because I have a little switch. Would have been like, what the fuck
What
are you doing?
And that's what I'm saying. All I needed was that little bit of.
What
I'm
the
glad I wasn't
fuck are
there.
you
No,
doing?
he came up to the next
Probably
tee.
better.
Came up to the next tee and he was like, dude, I just got hit with the ball. I was like, let's go. I like instantly. I was like,
Yeah.
getting my cart. Like, let's fucking go back there. And then these guys parked like way down the hill, and I was like,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
was
They
like-
knew they were going to see you on two because
Oh, they were
it's
so
moving
scared.
slow.
They were so scared.
and I was like, dude, why would you do that?
And so
You could legitimately kill somebody.
in
Yeah.
a situation like that, I got to put it into perspective. And the fact that they waited in the tunnel and didn't want to come up to two, I'm like, I won.
Oh
they were
yeah,
so fucking scared.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
not even
uh,
scared, just embarrassed.
So can I give after hearing that story, I'm kind of upset I didn't put this. I mean, wouldn't crack my top 5, but honorable mention. This is exactly why I hate, and I've probably said it to you, and I've said it to probably every person I've ever played golf with, is when after you get out of the cart and there's people behind us,
Go.
go. Do not write
Yeah.
your score down.
Go.
Write it on the next tee
Yeah.
box.
That's a big problem in the men's league,
I just go.
because
Just
a lot
go.
a lot of times you're waiting and you're like,
You don't know how much of an asshole the guy behind you
well,
is.
and they get
how
in their,
bad he
They
is.
get in their cart and they're just like sitting there, and you're like adding up scores. It's like, dude, go to the next hole. You
Go.
can figure out.
Go.
I think
Because at
about
that
it,
point, I'm gonna send it into your fucking cart.
Go.
I think about it, Cam.
Because I wait. I wait till the guy drives off.
Every team in the men's league has at least one or two of these guys on their team.
The last time I played was one of the biggest struggle rounds I've ever played.
I don't want to play it in it next year, but that's a whole. That's
No,
an
we're fine with that. But
That's an
the last
unfair
round we
thing.
played with that guy, the drunk guy, that was the
the last
hardest
regular season.
that
one?
was the hardest round I've ever had to play of golf.
Yeah, that
It
guy's
was
fun.
so difficult to play. He was obliterated drunk, and he was, which I'm fine with. Be obliterated drunk. I got no problem with that. But he was an aggressive
Yeah, no,
obliterated drunk.
he's-
He was aggressive, and I'm thinking like the whole time, I'm like, he's a big dude. I'm like, am I gonna have to hit this dude in the head with a golf club?
He probably wouldn't have felt it,
because
honestly.
he's no,
probably
he's
would've-
talking.
He was
he's-
that drunk.
You're going to need all
He's,
14.
he's talking shit.
Yeah.
The guy who he's playing with is the nicest guy. Super nice guy, and this guy has never met him before.
Yeah,
Okay,
I feel-
let's give you the rundown of this. The guy, okay, so there's one dude that's super fucking blacked out drunk, and then there's another guy that's playing on his team with one arm.
Okay.
Who I went to high school with. Great guy.
Super fucking nice guy, and
Really
he's
good
not a bad golfer.
Does
But
he? So he doesn't know the guy.
This
he's
is the
playing
first
with.
time they've met.
No.
This is the first time he met.
So he can't control him.
He can't
tell
control him. He
nothing.
can't. He's the look for the ball guy. He's everything on this fucking list. Literally everything on this list. The first hole, he sprays it right. He hits it into a house. He gets up. He goes, "I made a bogey," and I'm like, "You didn't make a bogey." He goes, "What the fuck you talking about?"
Got
Just
all
like that.
pissed.
Got like super pissed. And I'm like, you know
Okay.
what? I'm like, you know what? I'm good.
Whatever.
I'm good, man.
He
I'm
finished
good."
a bottle
And-
of Jameson by the 6th hole.
No, he was
A bottle?
a
bottle
bottle.
of
A
Jameson.
bottle of Jameson.
Like we're talking big bottle.
A bottle.
Like
yeah,
a-
a full
like-
750 milliliter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And he's on one hole. He lays down. He falls asleep, and his partner goes, "Can I leave him here?" I go, "Absolutely,
He
dude.
was
Get in,
that
the,
bad.
get in the fucking cart."
He sucked.
And his partner is literally like such a nice guy, and he's struggling because he feels guilty because about his buddy, and he's got one fucking arm. This guy's chipping with one arm, putting with one arm,
And he was good. He was good.
Dude, he hits drives like down the middle. I mean, he's not a bad player, and I'm just. It was such a struggle for me, and then when he's one hole, he just starts screaming the N-word, like
I know that was
Dude,
a hard. That was where
just
it,
starts
like,
screaming.
I
it.
would just leave.
He just starts screaming.
I
it.
would leave.
He goes, "What? I can't say this." Blah, and he just starts yelling it.
Bro,
I'm like,
he came up to me and he was just like, "Hey, man, we're the ends," and I'm like, "I'm not comfortable right now. Like, you can't,
Yeah.
you can't
yeah.
just say that."
Well, that was the thing too. Is like I wasn't playing against him, and
yeah,
so
Cam
and-
only saw like 10%
no, and
of
I
it.
wasn't playing against him. I was playing okay, and it was so hard to play. I didn't play terrible, but I played okay. and then it was really hard to play with him.
He was a mess.
All right, I've got a couple questions. We don't have to do
Yes.
them back to back to back or anything like that.
Hit
but
it hard, man. Hit it hard.
I do have a couple questions. Before we get to the questions, I just want to make a PSA. If you want to be cool and make a fucking Instagram video of you on a golf course, don't run people over with golf carts. Don't ruin a golf course and do donuts. Don't jump bunkers. Don't do any of that stupid shit. It's very easy.
Dude, the running over the golf cart thing, I'll hit
I will
you.
kill you.
I'll hit you.
I will kill you.
Have you seen all those videos?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, they're fucking like full-blown blasting people.
That's how to lose a friend. So I
I'll
want you
fuck
to
you
get
up,
to your
dude.
questions, but I had a question, and I feel like maybe you just kind of started answering it. Your number 5 golf course is a playground. I kind of want you to expand on that. as far as
That's pretty
exactly
much what
you
it
mean.
is,
Okay.
man. I mean, I don't care. Have as much. Golf's supposed to be fun. I'm not asking to be a crotchety old white guy wearing Tommy Bahama. I really don't care. But do not ever think it's cool for me in the middle of my backswing to run me over with your golf cart. Do not ever think it's okay
Air horn.
to fucking spin out and then go into a lake and then laugh about it,
Yeah,
like
tear
just
up a
being
golf
nut-
course.
that
How do you
shit
feel about the
pisses-
fake snakes?
I'm
Funny.
actually okay with that.
Those
funny.
are funny.
That's okay.
So you're
Because
good.
you're
How
not
about-
ruining
what
the
about
golf
real
course.
snakes?
All right.
I've
Cameron hates
Cameron,
snakes.
you and I have been on the. I don't care about snakes, but when we were playing at Cross Creek and you try
hate
to
snakes.
fuck with that rattler, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, we're going.
Yeah.
Why would
Like,
you mess with a rattler?
I didn't want it to die. It was on the cart path, and rattlers aren't a bad thing, man. They're
Let me tell you a couple reasons why that's
up
stupid.
there, and up there, they're not.
Let me tell you why that's stupid.
no. If it's in my house, I'm murdering it. If it's on the cart path where it's gonna
Cameron-
get ran over,
Cameron, this is why it's stupid.
I was
if you
also
get
holding
bit,
on to the back of the cart.
if you get bit, who am I going to call at Cross
You're gonna
Creek?
suck it out.
No, there's no service. We already talked about it. And
That's my point.
And
I'm
even
like,
the
what are
clo-
you doing,
the
dude?
closest
We all
guy's a
have
half
belts
hour
on.
away.
We're gonna fucking live. I wasn't gonna get bit. I've dealt with rattlers a lot in my life.
Whatever, dude.
One of the-
Every guy,
Cam's
every
done-
guy that's been bitten by a rattler says, "I'm not going to get bit."
Well, that guy's an
Cam's
asshole.
done some backwoods revival shit
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Georgia with some
One of the
rattlers.
funniest stories, you've heard this story, but a funny story with our buddy Greg, who we play with. He's actually on UB's team.
Shout out.
We're playing at TCI. We're on number 4 on the Oaks, down that little wash thing. You know, there's like a little wash before the green, uphill then downhill. It's the number one
Oh, yeah, yeah,
handicap. So I'm down in that wash. I hit kind of a bad shot. Greg's up on the left. There's probably a 6 or 7 foot gopher snake, a real one.
Those
Hey,
aren't bad though.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
So I grabbed this fucker, right? And I know Greg is deathly afraid of snakes. Like, I'm talking, like,
That's
we'll
funny.
shit his pants.
That's
so I
funny.
grab this snake and I have it, like, kind of like swaying behind my leg. And Greg is looking at me from, like 50 yards away. He's looking at me and he's got this sideways look. What are you doing? And
Greg-
I'm like, nothing.
Craig has that look. I
Dude,
know exactly.
So I walk up, and he's got that sideways look, and he is fucking gone down the fairway of number 5. He is gone. He's the fastest I've ever seen him
He's
run.
out.
So I put the snake on. So he
It's a big
chips.
boy moving.
He chips up. He had chipped up, and I set the snake on the green, and it's just kind of floating around. It's doing this, and he's like, "I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing. I'm not playing." And it's a gopher snake. Get the fuck out of here.
They'll lick you to death.
I mean, it'll bite you, but it's not
That's
gonna
funny.
kill you.
Yeah.
All right, Tabo, what are your lists? Can I smell those? I don't want one. I just
You'll
wanna
like that
smell
one.
it.
Those are good.
But do they give you a buzz?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, they give
Yeah.
you.
Better than these.
But is it like a head buzz or
Yeah,
like
it's a
an
head-
alcohol
it's
buzz?
a head buzz.
It's like a head buzz.
Just
I've
and
come in here a
you can
couple times
You can
being like,
swallow it too.
"Woo."
You just swallow it.
I don't
Yeah.
swallow it because I don't really know what it is.
I swallow it.
For any Kevin Hart fans
Yeah.
out there,
No.
we don't even know what it is.
They look pure.
Yeah,
No, the playground thing bothers me too,
God, they
especially
smell
when
great.
you like.
What are they?
They're just
pure nicotine.
pure nicotine.
Yeah,
No, it says, it's tobacco free. I thought it was
Tobacco-free.
nicotine free.
no.
No, tobacco free.
Tobacco's the one that kills me, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm dying either way. Anyways, so we
What do
are
you got, Tabo?
we are in the midst of
Smells
the
so
NFL season, and I've got I gotta word this correctly just in case.
Now look at them packing those pouches.
I've got some people that I know that I have to deal with regularity, and it's not stadium.
It's stadium.
Is this golf related or is this last week related?
No. This is I will tie back to golf, but I thought it'd be a good tie-in with NFL season going. What is worse, What is the conversation you would least like to have? The guy that talks about
Both.
every shot of, but you have to pick one. The guy that
Cam.
talks about every shot of his golf round, more or less. No one ever talks about every shot, but they'll talk about 9 of them.
Well, you and I go back. Like if you have a
Or-
crazy shot.
Or the fantasy football guy that needs to tell you about every player on his team, who he thinks he's going to be good that week, and who's going to be bad. Who's worse?
I'll take the fantasy guy.
That's 100%.
I'll take the fantasy guy.
Take the fantasy guy.
Oh man, I
I'll
hate
take
the
the
fantasy guy.
I don't want to sit next to you for 45 minutes and listen to you fucking talk.
I don't want to
Because-
hear about you talk about fantasy football for 45 minutes. I
Here's-
don't care about your team.
But here's the thing, Tybo. Here, like if you, neither are great, right?
That's
But if you have a guy that breaks down every golf shot that he had, okay, guy comes in the stadium, right? Gets himself a slugger, tough round at TCI, and he breaks it down for you. You are getting absolutely zero value out of that conversation. Zero. There's no chance that you get anything good out of that conversation.
totally agree.
Okay? The fantasy football guy comes in Monday night, tough loss, whatever, and he's like, man, Saquon got hurt, but I'm going to pick up their backup, and yeah, Njoku's out too, so I might pick up Waller. There's a better chance you get some value out of that. Is it enjoyable? Yeah, maybe not, but you might get some value out of that.
I get where it comes from, Rybo. What about this guy? I'm talking about this fantasy guy. I'm talking about the Lamar Jackson's going to be a top 5 quarterback
Oh,
all year.
God.
I'm like, well, what do you have to back that up?
He
Well,
smells
he's
so
just
good.
He played the Dolphins. He
he's
played.
he's going to be great. But wait,
I was
there's
checking you out.
but wait, there's more. What about the guy that goes, well, Sammy Watkins is going to have a huge week because Kansas City. Who does Kansas City play this week? I really don't even know.
they just played.
They just played
Lamar Jackson.
Who do they play this week, though? That's my question.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, they played some nobody.
But that's the value you could have got out of the conversation.
However,
None of
this
us
guy
know that.
goes.
Now we know.
This guy goes. Well, this week, Sammy Watkins top 10 play because this team is going to key in on all the other receivers.
Yeah.
I go. Are you in the fucking meetings, dude? How do you know
My
this?
guy who ties tape
You're in the
on
QB room.
How do you know this?
I'm still taking the fantasy guy.
Oh
yeah,
man.
that's an easy pick for me.
Yeah, I'm still taking the fantasy guy.
I understand your frustration, but that's an easy pick for me.
What if you have to deal with him for 40 hours a week?
Who do you
This
got?
is a specific guy.
Name drop. Name drop. I mean that's annoying. The guy that is like overly knowledgeable about shit that he cannot be knowledgeable about. I
so
think
bad,
is the
dude.
problem on that.
That
But
is. The
I still
problem.
roll
You're
with
right.
my original thought. I can at least get some value out of that.
Luckily for me, I have a face that says, "I don't fucking care what you have to say to me."
Oh, I just walk up and get breakfast. And
Big
then if-
breakfast
and-
guy.
And then if he talks about it after breakfast, I gotta take a shit, and quote unquote take a shit, and I just walk away for 10 minutes, take a walk around the building.
I
and
mean,
then
I
just-
mean, let's play it out. Let's play out the two bad conversation options. Okay,
Oh,
one is
the golf's way worse.
yeah.
Golf
oh,
is-
man. The hole one, I had a pretty good drive, and then I was 100 out and shanked it a little bit. I ended up with a bogey, and then you're like, yeah, man, like
Yeah, but listen
I
what
hit
happened
a-
on. But listen what happened on number 2.
I hit a good
I
3-wood
hit
on
another
hole
good.
number one.
I was just hitting good drives all day. I just couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Hole 2, I
that's
hit
a
it
terrible-
in the
that's a
bunker.
terrible
I had a bad
conversation.
lie. I
As
just
a-
felt like I could get up and
I-
down.
As opposed to the
Guys,
fantasy thing,
Guys,
that
every
could
shot
be-
guy made my list.
Yeah,
I
I'm just saying.
totally agree.
The fantasy thing could be a more engaging, more. I hate, to,
I think-
I hate to use the word educational, but you can learn or get something from it.
I agree. I guess maybe I've got some pent up rage about this, and you guys are the ones I can vent with. It's the I know everything, and I'm like, you don't know that. You don't know this.
What other questions you got, Tybo?
I want you guys to think about it, and we can, if we have a couple more, we want to go on. But what are the top 2 or 3 courses you've ever played?
Oh, I got him.
Your guys' are going to be way nicer than mine, so go ahead.
You
The
talking
col-
about nicest or most fun?
Let's say the courses you'd want to play most likely to play again.
Rams Hill.
That's a good way to put it.
But you got to take into consideration that Rams Hill we can play pretty much whenever we want.
But you have
No, not
you
6
have
months of the
had
year.
to play this
Well,
course, correct?
No.
It has to be a course that you've already played, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
A course that you have played, but like for me, Pebble.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Pebble. I don't know if Pebble makes my list.
Yeah, but you said Spyglass would.
Does Augusta make
Spyglass.
your list?
I've never played Augusta.
Just kidding.
God, Lord willing.
I know, man. There's still a shot.
No, I still think Rams Hill makes my list just because I love the layout. I love the
Really?
yeah. I think it does. Out of the courses that I've played, I mean, I haven't played as many courses as you, but like I really like Madeiras.
Madeiras is bitchy.
Madeiras is fun, and I've only played it once, and there's a lot of shots at Madeiras that I would like to have over, because there's a lot of shots there that you don't know.
You can play Madeiras 10 times, and you're gonna want to have them over.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you play shots there, and you're like, oh fuck, I could have hit it here.
Yeah.
Like, and when you don't know, and I played it with 3 guys that had never played it,
Yeah.
and that's up there. Wolf Creek, obviously, because I want to take it back on.
That's a course where shit. If I would have known it, I mean, I got lucky on one hole, but
Where,
no
Wolf
one
Creek?
cares. Yeah, that par 5 where I cut the edge off.
Yeah,
And the par 5 and I had
Yeah.
140 in.
yeah. Wolf
Never
Creek
would've
is
done that.
definitely my number one, just because I want to. I'm better than that. I'm better than what I showed there.
That's fair.
I really like all the PGA West courses. I like them all. I like the stadium course a lot. I like the Nicholas, maybe a little bit better. As a course, I like it a little bit better than the stadium course. As a course,
As a course, yeah.
as a course, just the nostalgia of the stadium course is cool. You
It's
know,
always fun playing
it's fun,
where
yeah.
the pros play.
I like Real Del Mar in Mexico. It's not super tough, but every time I've been there, I've had a great fucking time, and it's always been just. That's one that we should do as a crew. It's
That'd be
not.
fun.
That's awesome.
It's not super difficult. I've been there with your dad, I think 2 times. I've been down there probably 8 or 9 times. It's not super difficult. There's some challenging shots. Number 1 is a tough par 5, but it's a fun course. It's just, you're in Mexico, you get $1 tall boys, 20-ounce Tecates for $1.
Make sure they're sealed, but
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, and you drive your fucking cart to the OXXO, where the gas station is, or you just ask the guys that work there, hey man, I'll give you $5 and give me 10 beers. Okay, cool, I'll do it, because $5 to them is 3
Oh,
months
yeah.
worth of work.
So you'd rather. So my only pushback on that is, you can play Rams Hill 3 times a year if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I haven't played a lot of courses like you have. I haven't been to a lot of.
Yeah, you have some good ones under your
No,
belt,
you have
Tybo.
Pebble, you have Spy. I don't have those.
Yeah.
I think I have maybe. I mean, the Hawaii courses. They're just super resorty. They're not. They're worth playing because the views. I mean,
Yeah.
a couple of them you're on the fucking water in Hawaii,
Oh,
but they're
yeah.
not. They're not
Okay, well then let's switch it up. If you could play any 2 courses
that I've already played.
that you have not played,
Oh,
Where would
I
you
mean,
wanna go?
Augusta, obviously.
well, you take
Playable.
take Augusta out. Take
Playable courses.
Yeah.
The TPC at Scottsdale.
okay.
I'd like to play that just because. I mean, because
Yeah.
it'd just be awesome.
Yep.
And I think just from what you've said, I want to play Spyglass.
Spyglasses.
Yeah, just because everybody that I've heard
That's
that
my
have,
number
played,
one.
that have played both of them, they go, Spyglass is better. Pebble is more,
Bucket
like
list.
Torrey to me is not that.
Not
Torrey's-
that desirable.
Torrey is great, not even close.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying.
Not
Torrey
even
is
close.
playable for all of us. It's not a
I feel like Torrey is a, much
or Pinehurst.
Pinehurst
you can play, and you could Pinehurst 1, 2.
That's our next golf trip.
Yeah. Pinehurst is cool.
Torrey's like a much more well-maintained, longer,
I don't think it's that well maintained.
but TCI. It's a much more like longer, more well-maintained TCI.
TCI is great. Is fucking a great
Much
course.
longer.
Yeah.
Much
Oh, yeah.
longer.
So courses that you haven't played,
Yeah. Yeah.
for me, I go Pebble and Spyglass.
Really? Out of everywhere? 2 right in a row? All right. You could do that trip. We could do that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just don't want to stay in the hotel. How do we hook that up?
You have
Pinehurst.
to.
Pinehurst is a good call. I might go Pebble Pinehurst.
TPC Boston.
Can I give I want to play Pinehurst, and that's what probably my next trip will be. But I've heard from every person that plays there, they go, I didn't have that much fun.
Really?
It's so fucking hard.
Yeah. I like
'Cause
that. I
everything's-
like that a little bit, though.
Everything's a turtleback green. So
Yeah.
even when you hit a good shot, if you're a little deep, it's rolling off and kind of, it's tough, but
Yeah.
it's bucket list.
Yeah, that would eat me alive. I
This is
probably
one
wouldn't
that
like it.
it doesn't really apply to you as much. I'm sorry. But when they say the way that the Masters is set up at Augusta, a normal golfer wouldn't shoot under 100. You think you shoot under 100?
Fuck no, dude.
You don't think? You don't think you could? You don't think you could double bogey every hole?
I'm a 6 handicap, and I've said that twice, and I'm not trying to pump myself up.
I'm 6.5.
Yeah, I'm
You
a
gotta
6'4".
give me-
I'm
you
a
gotta-
6'4". I round
yeah,
down.
Yeah, you gotta give me a fucking.
I don't know if I shoot 120.
I think you should. win.
Wow.
I think you do.
I really don't.
I think you can get around that course with a 3-iron, and just playing smart and getting up. Like,
I really don't know if I do, man.
play for double bogey every hole.
Those greens,
Just go.
I've heard those
just
greens
go.
are
I'm not gonna
so-
hit bunkers. I won't hit a bunker.
You're gonna hit bunkers.
No, you will, but you just stay-
Every shot from the fairway is undulated. Ball
Yeah.
above your feet, ball below your feet.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit bunkers. You're gonna hit some shitty shots.
Yeah.
And then you get on the green.
I'd like to see.
And just don't 3-putt. That's really the goal. And you're gonna 3-putt.
Fucking toilet.
Who's that?
Oh, that was me. That was me. I'm sorry.
In the girls' bathroom?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe not.
No.
Yeah, I identified as a girl today.
No,
Yeah.
girls'
I did 2
toilet
hours
was
ago.
the fucking toilet. You hold it down a little bit and it pushes. It's crazy.
Yeah, you just push it down.
And then you throw away the trash that you drop on the floor.
Oh, jeez.
Women, right? But I would say I don't.
Nothing up the Pacific Northwest.
There's
some good ones up there.
Chambers Bay would be fun, but it's doable.
Guys,
And
what was that about? Do
I
we-
have no
do
idea.
any
no
of you
idea.
know her?
I have no idea what she was talking
What was
about.
she even? What did she even say?
I don't know.
She said she wants girls to flush a toilet.
Wow.
Oh,
God
good
bless her.
insight.
Yeah. Anywhere else you guys want to jump, or did you have a?
I want my number 2,
Oh, you had it. Yeah.
Victoria National. That
Yeah,
was,
that's cool.
That was one of the most pure golf
Links,
courses.
fucking back and forth.
wasn't
back
even-
and,
it
no,
wasn't
it's not
even
links,
links.
but it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
No, it's.
I might be thinking of a different course.
You might be thinking the Trump course.
Where they played the U.S. Open.
U.S. Open was Chambers Bay.
When no, it's
When-
2 years ago maybe, when they played a huge Colonial Clubhouse.
Oakmont?
Yeah, that's what it was. Oakmont. Yeah.
I don't even want to play Oakmont. That's going to kick my ass.
Yeah.
I want no part of that. No part. Victoria National was one of the coolest courses I ever played. Anyways, whatever.
Oh, you played that with TaylorMade, right?
That was one of the few TaylorMade perks.
Yeah, you sent me
Yeah.
those pictures. That looked pretty sweet.
That course was.
Pine trees and shit. Yeah.
That was all time.
Yeah.
That was all time.
Anywhere else you guys gonna go? We all have cheaters.
I don't have cheaters.
Oh, but I
I have a point on that. They don't bother me that much.
they bother me.
That bothers me.
They bother me.
It shows me. It doesn't bother me in the X's and O's.
Shows me
if
your
that makes
integrity.
sense. Exactly.
Well,
it shows me.
I agree with that take.
That's
but
what bothers me.
In the sake of like 18 holes playing a round of golf, if you want to cheat, you're cheating yourself. Like golf is 100% a game against yourself, in my mind,
And
unless there's money on the line.
And that's
a caveat to everything.
maybe I'm a little bit too much of a purist, but that's why golf is quote unquote a businessman's game. Are you going to cheat? Are you going to lie? I'm not going to keep track of your score, worried about other scores, unless you're the president of the United States.
But I also
because
can't-
I would hope the president would never cheat a score.
But I also can keep track of your
He
score
does.
pretty easily.
But
I can keep track of all 4 people that I'm playing
Oh,
with
it's easy.
scores. Very easy. Go, hey man, you got a triple. You say I got a 6. No, you forgot that drop.
But back to the point, it is literally such an easy way to gauge how a person is from whether you're being a pouty little bitch like I was 3 years ago,
Yeah, but you never cheated.
never cheated, but all phases of golf. Are you going to be pouty? Are you going to cheat? Are you going to do all these things? That's why golf is such a, in my mind, such a great sport because no one's holding you accountable other than yourself.
Yes. Yeah. That's my point, though.
And if you don't want to hold yourself accountable, I understand. You can just say, yeah, whatever. Do you. It's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to sit here and act like I'm not going to look at you differently because
Oh,
I
yeah.
will in every aspect of life. If you cheat on a golf course, you're
What
probably
else?
going to
What
cheat.
else are you gonna do?
You're going to
Yeah.
you're going
You're
to
gonna lie
that
to
shit.
me. You're gonna lie to me about something else.
So I completely agree with that. I'm not saying that I don't look at someone differently over cheating. I'm just saying it doesn't bother me. Like,
What about the loss? What about the guy that you know hit it OB and he goes, "I found my ball."
I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't.
That bothers me.
Unless we have what that says to me, like, I completely agree with, I'm not going to look at you the same ever.
Doesn't bother me in the sense of golf.
Okay.
Life. Your life.
Well,
No.
so I agree and I agree and I disagree. Like, I that just doesn't get under my skin because it's like, at the end of the day, if you want to cheat yourself, more power to me. Because I'm going to be ahead of you. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And so in the scheme of life, like golf,
Yeah.
I can
Who
walk
cares?
in
It's
and
a
say
game.
Yeah.
that I shot 110. I don't care. I'm not that guy, right? But it just doesn't bother me. Like, it really gets under some people's skin. Do I look at you differently? Yes, but I calmly look at you differently, and you're not going to know that I look at you differently. And in my mind, that's the ultimate form of power. Like, I love when people think, we're buddy or whatever, and it's like, no, I think
I'll
you're
be
a piece of
honest.
shit.
Like when
I love
when
that.
okay, so say
I agree with you, Ryan.
Say Tybo and I
You know
are
what I mean?
Yes.
say Tybo and I are playing. We never, ever ask what the other person got
You don't have to.
because I can know if I'm driving, I'm gonna write down his score, and if he's driving, I'm not gonna come up and be like, "Hey man, I got a 6." Like it's just not gonna happen. He's gonna know I got a 6. I don't need to tell him I got a 6. And then if you're playing with other people and they go, "Hey, that's a 5," and you're like, "Come on, dude, gosh, damn it, man!" Like
I understand. I understand.
I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
I'm
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I understand it. Like, the initial reaction is always
I think
like,
it
no, of
matters
course you
more. I think
didn't."
it matters more when you say you're good. Would that make sense?
No,
like
I don't
if
think
you say you're good at
I
golf,
don't agree with that. I don't
then-
agree with that because at the end of the day, it's an integrity thing. I think. Well, I see your point.
I do think that bad players sometimes they don't count their scores correctly, and you go, like I play with some newer guys, and they go, I got a 6, and you go, no, you got an 8, and they're like, oh wait, what you talking? I'm like, did you hit one in the water? You had this, and
I get your point. And there's a guy that we know that was
Yep.
like, oh, well.
I'm a 1.
And he's like, no, you're not, dude. You just shot 82.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to someone I mentioned in the beginning. Like, if you pick up 6-foot putts and you count them as
No, see, I don't do
one
that.
putt,
Yeah, I don't
and
do that shit.
you do this and that. I mean, at the end of the 18 holes, you're
Or if you hit a putt and it's rolling pretty quick, and it's a short putt and you stop it, it's like, well, that was gonna go further than you hit that putt. Now, if you hit a putt and it's a tap in, I don't give a fuck. Tap it in.
I think my point is, at the end of the day, we all know those guys, and,
Yeah, and
I'm not saying that I'm not aware of it and that I turn a blind eye to it. I'm actually very aware of it, but it doesn't get under my skin. Like, the cheater thing doesn't get under my skin
You're better than me.
because it's just, unless there's money or
I don't
something
even
on
think
the
it's
line.
a money thing. I think it's just like that person needs to be exposed.
I'm
But
typically I'm not like cam on shit like this, where normally I'd just be like, whatever, dude, just roll with it. In golf, for whatever reason, it really bothers me.
But the longer that they are unexposed, the better for you. In life.
I don't know.
In life. Yes.
Now, let's
Yes.
say,
Because every time that they lie about their score, every time they pick up a 6-foot putt and count it as 1, every time all that happens,
I don't know who does that. I don't know who you're playing with.
well,
we'll talk about
no,
it later.
no,
but
well, to
we-
maybe to Ryan's point, like a guy, he's got a 6-footer and he just walks up and hits it real quick, and he just picks it up and he goes, all right, if I would have taken my time, that would have been good.
See, I don't, yeah.
So here's an analogy. Just came up with it, so I'm gonna work through this. But there's a piece of trash on the ground. Okay, one guy walks right past it, sees it, doesn't do anything about it. You walk past it, you pick it up, you put it in the trash.
Okay.
Who's the better person? Obviously you are, right? Everyone would agree on that. It's a waste of your energy, it's a waste of your time to be pissed off at that guy for not picking it up.
But I'd still say fuck that guy.
It's a waste of energy, a waste of time. Why? Who cares?
It's all a waste of
You're
energy,
better.
for sure.
You're better. You should rejoice.
Got a
in
lot
the
of
fact
energy pent up, Ryan.
Okay, well, you need to take that out on a nice little female out of the Stampede or something like that. Not on
Ooh,
this guy.
Stampede.
My
She's
point
19.
is, my point is, yeah, at least. My point is what's the point? I guess the point is, shame on you for wasting energy on a cheater.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Because
big-
at the end of the day,
The
you're
high
better.
route. The high route.
You know that you're being honest with yourself, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
That guy's being a piece of shit. And more power to you, because at the end of the day, when you go to sleep, and I don't care what anyone says, I think this is a good thing, you can say, I'm better than that guy.
What about when that
Because
guy?
there is a hierarchy.
What about when that guy who didn't pick up his trash brags to everybody else that he picks up his trash?
I have a.
Even better.
Yeah. What about this?
That doesn't make you a little
No.
mad?
What about this?
No.
When I have a bad
Honestly-
when I have a
honestly, it
bad
does
hole in
not.
golf when I have a bad hole in golf and I go, fuck man, I made a triple.
Yeah.
Made a triple and he goes, I made a bogey. And you know for fucking sure he didn't make a bogey and you go, you didn't beat me on that hole. And that's a hole that you beat me on. You can say like that's where I go, no man, you didn't fucking beat me on that hole.
And that's probably to my point. I am overly competitive in everything I do.
So am I.
And that's a fault of mine. Like I'm way too competitive. That grinds me down. When I go, no, fuck you, dude. I beat you. I'm like,
I beat you with the
that's-
triple.
That's
So-
bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, so my point is that I'm not losing sight of the competitiveness. I think at the end of the day, I'm at the ultimate form of competitiveness because I beat you because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's how I look
Okay.
at
That's
it.
some
I
Gandhi
think that's
type shit.
I think
dude.
that's
I'm
like
not-
high
yeah.
road. Like I mean,
I don't have that in me.
Well, no,
I do to
mean,
an extent.
I mean, but I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick here.
depends
but
on who it
you
is,
guys
still.
you guys are putting your competitiveness on the level, and you're
you're stooping to that level.
to the level of what someone writes on a golf scorecard. I'm looking at it as like, this guy is so below me. I'm fucking crushing this dude. I don't care if I shot a 13 on that hole. I'm crushing this dude. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And
Your
so,
point is valid.
so but
I'm not
but,
saying it's wrong.
but
It's
it
probably
goes-
better than both of ours.
But it goes to
Yeah.
the
I
point
just can't do it.
that
Yes.
both of you guys have made about golf is that it is about life. It is about integrity. It's about taking the high road. It's about doing the right thing. So by letting a cheater get under your skin, it's kind of
I don't know that
the
I let him get
opposite.
under my skin more than I'm just like.
well, you just said it pisses you off. That's under your skin.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm just saying, every time that someone does, it's like, look, if you do something great, right, people want to be where you're at. And they either will not work as hard as you or they don't know how to get there, so they try to tear
Or
you
they'll make
down.
excuses while you're there.
Don't let them tear you down. Just be up there, and every
Good
time they
point.
say something shitty about
Really
you,
good point.
just say in your head, you just proved that I'm better than you, motherfucker.
I think the excuses while you're there is the biggest one for me.
The
Like,
what?
You're there because of this. Like you're there because of you have a great example with the bar. You have people that go, well, Ryan's there because of this. It's like, no, Ryan's there because he fucking busted his ass and put it all on the line. And just because you don't have the opportunity, you want to tear him down. At the same time, you should go, you know what, man? Fuck you. You didn't have the balls to put it all on the line. You didn't have this to do. You didn't have all these things. And I understand. You are more of a
Oh, I love
let
that.
things be.
I love
No,
that
I know.
one.
I know you do. You're more of the let things be. But what if I hear that, somebody say that about you, I go, you know what, man? Fuck you.
Yeah, go fuck
Like,
yourself.
and it's just a difference of personality
Yeah, yeah,
more
yeah.
like that.
Exactly.
Then I wouldn't say it's a flaw, but I think it's more of just a personality difference where I go,
No.
you know what, man? Fuck you. Like, you don't know that struggle. You don't know that. For you to discount what he's done, like, it bothers me.
I don't think one approach is right or one approach is wrong. I
Yeah,
think
one's
just
better
be-
for you. One's
be-
more healthy for sure.
Yeah, one's more
Well,
healthy,
I don't
no
know.
doubt.
One's more healthy.
I think just be true to your own approach.
Yeah.
And my only point is like, don't let the guys that cheat get under your skin because at the end of the day, every time that they cheat, when they say they got a 4 and they truly got a 7, they're so fucking insecure. And every time people do that or say shit like that,
That's-
in my mind, I'm like, I'm so much better
I
than
also
you.
think
and
about
I
that,
love
like,
it.
in the frame that,
But-
like,
So
it's-
I
go ahead.
win. You know?
Like to that point, I walk away with that knowing that. I've played with guys that I'm like, dude, how insecure are you
Yeah.
to where you got to cheat in golf?
Right.
Like, really? But at the same time, I'd be lying to say that it doesn't irk me, it doesn't
Yeah.
piss me off. And I'd be like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Like, fuck him.
Don't get me wrong. When someone cheats and it's obvious, I'm not like, wow, great, gee.
No,
it
I
is."
don't
I'm
think
not
you
the
are.
overly optimistic.
No,
But you have
No,
you have the
but-
you have the owl eyes on the outside, just looking.
It's just a perspective. Like, okay, good for you, man. Like, if that's what really your life has come down to, where that's what it makes you feel fulfilled. One, I feel bad for you, and two,
And I
fuck
do.
you, because
And
I'm up here and you're down
I
here.
do feel bad for him.
Yeah.
And that's like, in my mind, I'm like, you're a cocksucker. And then at the same time, I'd be like, I feel bad for you, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
It's just like
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I don't do the pity party though. I'll fucking light your ass up.
And don't get me wrong. There's people. I think once it goes to kind of mind, knowing your setting, knowing the people, and there are people where it's right to light them up,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then there's some people. It's just hey,
Whatever.
You're not even worth my time, bro.
Yeah. Whatever.
You know.
No,
So
I'm with you.
that's my only point.
Anything else you guys want to jump into, or I think we crushed most
I think
of
we
them.
covered it.
Yeah, I think we're good, man.
My only honorable mention, I hate when people read my putts for me. Don't tell me it's 1 foot outside. Don't tell me this. Don't tell me that. I'm a field putter. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to get my read.
What if
and
we're
I'm
in a
gonna
scramble?
I'm going to go nail it. I hate that. And
Really? In
and-
a scramble?
and
It's a team game,
and
Rybo.
the reason I've never said anything and I had to get it off my chest, this was the only time I could do it, was
Scrambles?
I know everyone's it's just a nice thing that people do, right? And they are on your
Scrambles,
team.
you're trying to win.
I get
Yeah.
it, but I'm saying that I execute better if everyone just shuts up. Let me get my 5-second lock in, and I'm gonna get it within 2 feet. I guarantee it, 95%.
I want you
of
to
the time.
make it. I don't want it within 2 feet.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the length, right? I was envisioning when I said that.
I
like
want
a
you to
20
fucking
foot
make
putt.
it. I don't.
All right.
Yeah, I want you to make it.
Cameron, if we ever play in a scramble with Ryan, you got to go first, Rybo.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
You,
You
guys
go
stand
first.
way far away.
You go first, and then we'll see the
Yeah.
line, and then we'll go.
Actually, honestly, the best thing to do is for me to stand back. All 3 guys putt,
Yeah.
and then I putt.
We have a.
And don't talk to me.
we play with Kyle, who does this weird thing with his putter where he cuts his putts.
Yep.
So you literally
Can't
if you
ever-
play with a scramble with him, you can't watch him play. You
No.
can't watch him putt because his putts will break different than yours.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So what he does is he comes across his putt and it takes the break off his putt.
He
Hey
slices
Justin.
his
Hey
putts.
Justin. If you're still listening,
Yeah.
you do the same thing.
Yeah, he cuts his putts. So, but Kyle does it on purpose. Justin, I'm not sure does it on purpose.
So he comes at it like this.
He literally cuts his putt like he hits a slap on it, and
Huh.
I mean Kyle's better than all of us, but he hits this ball that doesn't break as much as yours does.
Yeah.
So if he hits a cut, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's pretty
but
wild.
He can make more straight putts than most people because he doesn't have to play break.
He will if you line the red lineup like I do, like
Yeah.
the end over end, like when you see pros do it. Not that I'm anywhere close to a pro. You'll see the end over end roll.
Right.
You will never see that with Kyle.
Yeah, he hits
'Cause
this.
it's just
like
he
a
hits-
saucer
He hits
kinda?
a shot and it's almost spinning sideways and it takes the break off the putt.
Huh.
It slides across the grain and he makes more 8-footers than anybody I know.
Does he do it on purpose, or
Yeah,
is
he
that
does.
just
He
his
does it-
naturally?
No, he does it on purpose.
Huh.
Yeah, he does it on purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
He also shot. he
that guy
played like-
probably doesn't change
he
his shoes
played
in
like,
the parking lot.
He played like 4 rounds in Hawaii with rental clubs and shot in the 70s every round on courses he's never played.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Kyle's all time.
yeah.
He's
All
a
right.
big dog.
Good one, boys. That was fun.
All right, fellas.
Once again, if anybody has
Felt
any
good to vent.
suggestions, my sister said top 5 conspiracy.
Ooh.
Theories?
No, just conspiracies out there. Bigfoot, fucking aliens, whatever your top 5 conspiracies. I don't know if I'll have to ask her if she wants like
Like
what
ones
you
that
think you would think are actually true, which would
Yeah.
be fun, or ones that you
Michael
want to
Jordan.
be you want
like
to be
want
true.
to know the answer to.
Michael
You want to
Jordan.
know, or ones that you know, like ones that you think would be fun to be true.
That's a big one. I
Oh.
didn't
It's a
even
fun
know
one.
about that till.
It's pretty fun. Yeah.
That's what we want to do. I want to do some research on that.
So we got a week if we want to do it.
I want to do a deep dive.
Okay, let's do it. You want to do it next week?
Conspiracies?
Yeah. Top
Alright.
5 conspiracies that you either think are true or want to be true.
I think we should do the ones that we think are true.
Okay.
That's a little bit more like accountability.
The only problem with that, and I don't want to derail it, I don't know if I can think of 5 that I truly believe in.
Well, just no. You don't have to truly believe in it, but
You
ones
think
that you
they're-
think are
they're-
most true.
Well, they're I don't know, doable. Like that, it could happen. Like there could be a Bigfoot. I mean, nobody can say 100% yes or no. There could be a Bigfoot.
Like,
Well,
let's.
The Pacific Northwest is pretty dense.
No,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
Why don't we do this? Top 5 conspiracy theories that there's at least part of
There's
you
a
that
smidge that-
believes
yeah.
is true, and rank them in
Moon landing.
least true to most true
Got
in
it.
your mind.
9/11 inside job.
Flat Earth.
That
Number
might be
one.
number one.
Flat
yeah.
Earth.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you guys all think it's
I will
round still,
never
you
do a
fucking
podcast
idiots.
again if
Kyrie.
you fucking think the fucking Earth's
All right,
flat.
All right,
fellas.
boys. That was fun.
Yep.